Hello there.
Must have been the wind. Twitch stream, I don't know it. Twitch stream? What the? Was I supposed to do a Twitch stream today? Was that something I agreed to? There are people here. Oh, I did say I was gonna Twitch a stream today, didn't I? This is awkward. You all just caught me in the middle of a siesta. I usually only like to do this when I'm awake, which is, which is not often. But, yeah, in Buckaroo Holiday, I sure am a honk shoo 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 me sleeper. I've lived for so many centuries that I've heard all the ways to sleep. And I think the cartoon dads were the ones who got it right. I think they're the ones who got it the right way. That's just how I feel, and I want to mimic them. But hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Hello to everybody in chat. Hello, Cast Iron Whiskey. Hello, Buckaroo Holiday. Hello, Kyle Be Back. Hello, Small Bean Love. Hello, It's Always Been Rax. Hello, friends, and also thank you so much to Buckaroo Holiday and Kyle Be Back for resubbing. Thank you, guys are here for 2 months. Wow, thank you so much. I can't believe I've already been streaming for over a month. That's pretty wild. But yes, oh, and hello, Cypher. Okay, good evening, good evening. Evening indeed. You all caught me sleeping. And, since I'm already in bed, I don't feel like moving. I don't feel like getting out of bed today. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with a sleepy bunny in bed. I'm gonna be streaming from bed. Is that fine? I'm not putting this to only sleeping, because I'll be awake. I'll be awake as I speak. Yes, thank you. That's much appreciated. Now, I may have been in this bed for about a week. My last stream was on Sunday. And I'm so sorry. I know every time I promise that I'm gonna be more consistent, but as usual, I have an explanation. And also, you guys did get to see me on Crystal's stream on Wednesday, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, I guess to explain myself a bit. Yeah, no, a bed for the week. That sounds just perfect. I'm in hibernation mode. This bunny is hibernating. It's something about winter. Spring is coming up soon, at the very least. And yes, please spread all the sleepy Liliths in chat, all of them. But yeah, what happened was, last week I went to go see a doctor. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with me. I'm not sick. Besides, you know, in the head. But, and hello, Rerun. Hello, welcome. Welcome to my bed stream. But I went to the doctor just to, you know, get some standard stuff done. But I had this little procedure that, now there's something in my body that, I have to kind of readjust my body to, I guess. And it's kind of making my, like, hormone levels a little out of whack, and there have just been some other stresses I've been dealing with this week. And I guess if I could just be completely open, every day this week I had a really bad panic attack. Just, you know, not gonna sugarcoat it. That's just what happened. Don't worry. Please don't worry about me. I'm all right. It's just, you know, it's my body adjusting to some stuff, getting used to things, and yeah, and just there's been a lot of adult-related stresses, I'll say, that have just sort of exacerbated. And I think with everything going on, and I don't know. Each day I wanted to stream, I just had a really bad panic attack. And here's what they don't tell you about mental illness, if I could be frank for a little bit. Sorry, I know you guys don't want to hear me talk about this every stream, I'm sure, but this is my life, so I gotta deal with. But what they don't tell you about mental illness, and anxiety especially anxiety, is that it is just as much physical as it is mental. Like, when you have a panic attack, it's not really... Oh, Pope Francie, thank you so much for joining the bunny cult. Welcome. I'm sorry that you're joining while I'm talking about kind of darker stuff, but, you know, when you panic, it doesn't really just, like, affect your head. It's not just your mind racing a mile a minute. You're sweating really bad. Your whole body hurts. You kind of feel like you're gonna have an ulcer. And it's just, like, it takes... When you have a lot of them, it really takes a toll on you. And... well, because of that, I collapsed in my bunny bed and have been a little unable to move. But I'm gonna be okay. Like, this is it's something I've been through before. This isn't the first time I've had this thing done, so I'll be all right. But I just, you know, but since I felt so bad that I didn't get to stream at all, like, this week, I wanted to attempt to stream both today and tomorrow. So today's stream is probably gonna be a little short. It might be a just chatting stream. I don't really know if I'm much in the mood to play a game today. I'll be honest, I'm not feeling too well today. My body is a little achy. And I'm also on a few different medications at the moment. I'll say I'm a little medicated at the moment. And yeah, Cast Iron Whiskey, full body panic is it's no fun at all. And sorry, you just reminded me to hydrate. And hello, Dragon. I am streaming from my dreams right now. I always say, that's the thing, I am the sleepy bunny. And I know that, like, on my streams, I always say they're gonna be really calm and chill and quiet, but they always end up being quite chaotic. And what I've learned especially from being on Crystal's stream and how crazy we all got the other day, is, like, even though I wanna, like, be calm and chill, sometimes I forget I'm literally insane. And so when people encourage my insanity and egg it on, then yeah, it's just gonna, that's just what I'll be. I'll be crazy. And yes, sorry, my brain is a little jumbled right now from medicines, but yeah, so I'm feeling quite sleepy, and it's taken a bit of a toll on my body, and I just knew that I was not in the right zone to be streaming. Like I say sometimes, I want to give you guys a good show whenever I stream. I don't want to be down and too quiet and ruin everybody's mood. So that's why, even though I'm not in the best mood today, I'll keep it lighthearted and fun. I thought it would be really funny if you guys could, like, see me in bed. And as Dragon said, I'm streaming from my dreams. I want to be a dreamy bunny. Speaking of which, speaking of dreams and lo-fi dreams, are you guys hearing this music right now? You may have noticed this is the first time I'm playing a beat that's repeating. And that That is because I have some custom BGM now. Ooh. Oh, and hello, Davok. Hello, welcome. And yeah, no, thank you. I'm glad you're able to catch me too. Yeah, I'm regularly streaming. That's I don't know if I would say regularly is really the best word. I'm trying to be regular, but life always likes to get in the way for me, and it doesn't seem to like me to be regular. And yeah, no, it's much better for your health to get proper sleep. I actually didn't really get much sleep at all last night. I stayed over at a friend's last night, just to, feel good, clear my head, watch a movie, have fun. But and it was really fun, but whenever I stay at a friend's house, I never get any sleep. I think anybody can relate to that. Anybody who's been to a sleepover can relate to that. Yeah, no, and you're right, more regular than a month ago. I'm trying to get better. I think this week, I'm hoping that by Monday, I'll actually be able to put out my first schedule. Because I have that schedule that Jacob made, and I really want to put it to good use now. So this week, I think by Sunday, I'm really going to try to put together that schedule and plan out my week of streaming and stick to it and not have a repeat of this week. Because I think now, I think after these next couple of days, I should be feeling in maybe not tip-top shape, but much better. Much better. And being regular is overrated. I am the most chaotic bunny. I'm the most chaotic sleepy bunny. I'm a lot of contradictions. I'm a walking contradiction.
A chill stream from Bud tonight.
Yeah! Yeah, lovely! And thank you so much to the Song Fuzzy for the resub. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for resubbing. That's really sweet. I'm glad you guys want to stick around despite my my irregularities. Did I say that right? My brain is mush. It's also mush because I watched another M. Night Shyamalan movie last night. I was at my friend's house and we watched Signs. And she was like, I swear to God, this one's good. I know you didn't like Knock at the Cabin, and I know you hated Avatar, but this one, I swear this one's good. And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. I thought little baby Abigail Breslin was cute. Joaquin Phoenix was pretty good. Swing away, Meryl! Exactly. And yeah, and hello, Emily. Hello, welcome. Swing away, Meryl. That's the friend who I actually watched it with. But yeah, today is gonna be a stream from bed. Oh, and thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for the gifted sub to Crystal. That's so weird. I keep trying to fix that, where it's like when you gift a sub, it'll say like, oh, this user gifted a sub to this person. But Dragon, thank you for joining the bunny cult. Welcome. I'm glad that even my stream for my dreams was able to convince ya to stick around. And thank you so much for the hydrate redeem. I didn't come into the stream with too much of a plan today. I kind of just, although I'm feeling tired, I am feeling a little chatty, so I just wanted to make this like a somewhat short 1 to 2 hour chatty stream. I also have up a Pokemon game ranking tier list because I thought that could be fun. Because I've been in a Pokemon mood lately. After playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion, I'm just like, give me all the Pokemon. I want all the Pokemon. Mine. It's mine. Mine. Now. But, like I said the other day, though, I'm so nervous anytime I want to stream Pokemon Infinite Fusion because I love the game so much and I don't want it to, like, get so big that Nintendo is just like, oh, you guys gotta stop this and nobody can stream it anymore. And then they're like, oh, it's because of you that nobody can play our game anymore, Lilith. It's all your fault. And I don't want that. So maybe I'll get back to it, but until then, I thought this ranking could be fun, and eventually, I'm trying to figure out how I could do this, but I really want to do a Nuzlocke on stream. Like, I see people Nuzlocke all the time, and I've only ever attempted Nuzlocks. I've only ever attempted a Nuzlocke before, and I've never really gotten very far, but I thought with stream, and with people encouraging me and being like, you can do it, Lilith, you got this, and also helping me nickname the Pokemon, helping me form some deep bonds with them, that if we all did it together, then it would make me wanna finish it and keep going. But I'd want to do it with an official Pokemon game. The only thing is I'm trying to figure out how I would go about it. Because I don't know how Twitch feels about you streaming games from emulators. And I don't know how to use, like, and it's like, I guess I could use a capture card, but it's like, would I be able to attach that to, like, a Game Boy Advanced or something? Because I'd want to do an older Pokemon game. Maybe, like, Emerald or Pearl. But yeah, as long as you don't mention it's being emulated. Okay. Alright, so as long as it's my model can't wink, but as long as it's a totally legit version, just pretend I'm winking. Just go with it. Just go with it. Just go with it. I'm on medication. I'm on medication. I had a thing that I wrote out of everything I would talk about today, but of course I'm already going off course by just talking about Pokemon, because my brain is mushy. But yeah, but that's, I guess, going back to where I've been. That's where I've been all week. But I promise I'm gonna fight through it. And even if I like panic or still don't feel good throughout the week, I'm still gonna try to actually push it. And because there's a lot of big things coming. There's a lot of big things coming. I've been in touch with some artists, and I was talking about the BGM earlier, which I'll get back to in a minute. I'll get back to the BGM in a minute. Sorry, I'm trying to look at chat and talk about things all at the same time. My brain is really just like word vomit right now. My brain is being run by a little rat who's trying to talk to an AI, and they're just having a conversation. And the rat's not the brightest. Yeah, no, I know I can't hook up a basic Game Boy, because that's a little difficult. And the hardware might be a little outdated for my computer. But I know there's like other ways that I could go about it. But wouldn't it be fun to do a good old Nuzlocke? Wouldn't that be fun? You guys can watch me rage more. You guys can watch me get way too excited anytime I see a Pokemon I really like a Pichu. When we played Pokemon If, when I saw that Pichu and I was rewatching the clip of me screaming, I was just like, goodness. I don't think I'd been that happy in months.
I kinda maybe like it here.
Oh, thank you, Mel. Thank you so much for the resub. I'm glad you like it here. I hope all you guys like it here. And also, hello, INF with you. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that all you tsunderes want to stick with me. It's not like I like you guys or anything. It's not like I enjoy talking to you all. By the way, everybody who was at Crystal's stream on Wednesday, did you guys have fun at that? That was really fun. Alright, cool. Well, that's good to know. So maybe then in that case, I will download an... I will totally play Pokemon in an extremely 100% legal way. That's what I'm going to do. Right, Twitch? Right? I'm not going to do anything illegal. I promise. I'm a good bunny. I'm a good bunny. Somebody head pat me. I'm a good bunny. Who deserves head pats? And that's a good question, though. I was thinking, what? No, I asked for a head pat, not an egg. That is not what I asked for. Listen, I'm in bed. I don't need this bullying treatment. I appreciate your resub, but the egg, I should check the moon today. Is it a full moon tonight? Oh, and thank you, Kyle, for the head pat. See, somebody knows how to treat a rabbit around here. Somebody knows how to treat a sick-in-the-head rabbit. A sick-in-the-head, overly medicated rabbit. But, yeehaw! I mean, yeehaw. I'm sick. But I'm not too sick to give a yeehaw. I do need nutrition. I need lots of water and snackies and head pats. But yeah, on Crystal's stream, it did get quite chaotic, didn't it? I got my booty kicked. The Moon Cat, she beat me. She beat me good, but she beat me fair and square, because Jacob made that really difficult, didn't he? Some of those AI titles, they got me. They really got me. The, you know, all the ones where it was just like, oh, I'm in another world of angels and demons, and I gotta fight. And I'm just like, oh, that's gotta be real. But it's like, no, that's AI generated. It's like, dang. I will say the punishments were fun, though. I was the queen and the winner of all the punishments. I think they needed to be more difficult and more painful, personally. I wanted to, like, drink hot sauce and shit. Sing sea shanties. Oh, Dark Goku, thank you so much for joining the bunny cult. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, yeah, no, the time difference. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's why for me, maybe why sometimes on, like, that's why sometimes, like, on weekends, maybe I want to do, like, earlier streams. Why did the gamer play so many video games after his breakup? He needed to console himself. Ah! Good one. But yeah, no, it was really fun. It was quite chaotic, but it's like, sing sea shanties? Talk like Yoda? What were some other things that I did? Yodel? Come on, I can do all these things in my sleep. Make me play the knife game. Come on, make me, I don't know. What's a good punishment? What's a punishment befitting of a Lilith? Oh yeah, no, the boy smell copy pasta. That one was a difficult challenge. That wasn't even a punishment though. That was just Crystal trying to... Oh, thank you for the nose boob. Also, my model froze, dang. Look at that. Hang on 1 second. I'll bring my bed up back in a minute. But yeah, no, Crystal just did that to spite me. That was no game punishment. That was just a let's torture Lilith. And I can't believe I had never heard of that copy pasta. Listen, I've heard a lot of copy pastas in my time. I spent a lot of time on the internet. I know them all, but that's one that I had never heard. And I'm glad I had never heard of it until then. Because that was awful. I never want to say that again. Also, Jacob did it a lot better than me too. Because he didn't cringe. I think, oh, maybe that's why I hadn't heard of it, because it was on 4chan. I don't spend a lot of time there. But yeah, no, there was that was interesting. But the stream was still really fun and a lot of chaos, and I'm excited that we're going to be doing a lot more of those. I want to do a lot more Weeb watches, and next time I'm going to win. I got knocked down a peg. I hope all you guys enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it. I should probably host something like that on my channel sometime too. Because I really want to get Crystal on here really badly. I think it would be fun to have her here. I just need to think of like a fun thing that I can feasibly do, I guess. Although Jacob did help a lot, so it was a joint group effort. It was a group effort. Just like back on the Getting the Robot days. It was all a group effort. It takes a village, doesn't it? But, I guess, why don't I get back to the GBM? I was thinking of, the Game Boy Advance just then. The GBA. But no, my BGM. So, you guys here have been listening to my new background music that was custom made just for her queenship. If you guys scroll down to my About, or I think if you do the BGM command, which I made just earlier, so we'll see if that actually works, it'll link you to the credits. This was made by a guy named Pharaoh Beats. And oh god, it's so sick. Listen to this. He was really easy to work with, and he was great to work with because I always knew that I wanted my own custom background music, but I knew I wanted to be particular. I knew I wanted to be particular because I have a certain aesthetic. And it's like, you know, it's kind of gothy, grungy, but I also really like lo-fi, and I play a lot of lo-fi on my streams because I like to kind of maintain that kind of chill, cozy vibe, even though I'm insane. Hear me rap? You do not want to hear me rap. You do not want to hear this white rabbit rap. Trust me. But I really like the like lo-fi. And so I wanted to kind of have something that was a mix of like emo, grungy music and lo-fi. But the problem is a lot of emo music is so like loud and hardcore. So when I sent him like some of my ideas of what I had, after a few weeks he was just like, all right, I've pretty much mostly got it, but I just, can you send me a couple of examples of like specific songs? Because I want to figure out how to really incorporate that dreamy, more lo-fi sort of sound into like this, a grungy, hardcore emo. Basically what I had told him was like, I want something that sounds like a girl who shops at Hot Topic would enjoy. Or who used to shop at Hot Topic would enjoy. But then I thought about it and I'm like, who's a band that maintains both of these qualities? And I thought and thought and thought. And then it finally popped into my head. Nirvana! Nirvana! Obviously! And loud and hardcore. Title of your next album. Right you are, right you are. Once I finally release my album and become more comfortable to sing on stream more regularly. But so I sent him 2 songs. I sent him Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have had to have heard at least one of these songs. Oh, Linkin Park, that's another good one. That's another good band that sort of maintains both of those. I don't really listen to too much Linkin Park, but I do know that they do kind of have that similar Smells Like Teen Spirit. And welcome, Pink Floyd. Yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit. I love that song, but that one was probably a little too hardcore. I wanted to think of ones that at least had a softer beginning. And when I thought of like, you know, All Apologies, that beginning, the bum 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 ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 da da, and then that violin that plays in the background, just there's something about that song that just gives me goosebumps and chills and just makes me feel like I'm in this very, I know I keep saying dreamlike, but that sort of state, you know? So I sent those songs and I was like, listen to these up until the chorus when, you know, they get really loud and hardcore. And he came up with this. And I love it. And also this is only one of the tunes that Pharaoh gave me. Let me, since this one's been playing for a while, let me play the other one actually. Hang on 1 second. Let me pull that up. We have Lo-Fi Dreams versions 1 and 2. And this is the second one. This one, I love the first one, the one that we were just hearing, but this one, I am obsessed with this track. Just let me be quiet for a minute so you guys can listen. Don't you just feel like you're about to drift off? Like you're living in a city that's full of lights. Like picture you're in your bed and you're in a city that's full of lights and activity, and it's raining out. It's raining. You just finished your favorite movie and you're all curled up in bed, maybe with your cat or your dog or your partner or your favorite plushie. And you hear the rain. And just, I don't know, this song, this makes me think of that. And this bass, this riff is so good. I love it. And I agree. Oh, The Man Who Sold the World. Yeah, no, their cover of Bowie. I love that song. I love Nirvana. Kurt Cobain, may his memory be a blessing. Yeah, But I don't know. I think this was, like, this track, this was exactly what I was looking for. And I could just listen to it all day. Like, when I first heard it, I think I was listening to it all day. It's calming. It's welcoming. It's a little melancholic, which I think matches me very well. Because although I do like to have fun and be loud and crazy on stream sometimes, you guys know that I do also have my problems. So, I don't know, this is kind of the two sides of Lilith, I guess. Not to make you guys sad. Again, don't worry, there's a lot wrong with me, but there's nothing wrong with me, I'm okay. I can handle myself good. Life and being an adult is just difficult. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed that visual I tried to give you. That could be another fun idea, is doing like some sort of visual guided ASMR type of stream from my bed. I'd be here in my bunny bed and all you guys get in your beds. And I'm just like, is everybody in bed? Good. Because I'm about to take you on a fucking journey. A fucking relaxing ass journey. And if you're all still awake by the end of this stream, then I did not do my job right. And adulting sucks, I agree. I hate adulting. Sometimes, you guys ever feel like you're still a child trapped in an adult's body? Like you're an adult, you walk around, you're amongst all the other adults, but you kind of feel like you're this imposter amongst all of them. Like you see and you feel like everybody else has it all together. And they're like, look at them in their suits. Look at them in their suits and their families and their smiles. And then there's me. And I only had one meal today. and I ordered 5 plushies. And I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's good to see that everybody else is kind of in the same boat. I mean, I guess that's not good to see. I want all of us to feel like we're functioning adults. But yeah, maybe you're right, Craig's critique. Also welcome, but you're right. Maybe it is just imposter syndrome. It could just be, and since everybody else feels that way, I guess that's just maybe a way we all feel, where we all just feel like these imposter children. Where it's like, our age is technically an adult age, but in our mind, it's just like, oh, I'm not one of these people. I don't have it all together. There have been so many times, especially at networking events for me. Like anytime at like networking events, like conventions or things, I look around at everybody, and even if they're like working in the same field as me, I'm just like, oh, these people are all so much more adult than me. How did I get in here? How did this little kid get in here? But then I'm like, I'm not a kid though. I just sometimes feel like one. I've abandoned that long ago. It's nice to know that I don't have to listen to anyone anymore. And if I want to have ice cream for dinner, then damn it, I'm having ice cream! Exactly! If we're all imposters, are we normal? Maybe none of us were the sussy baka all along. Maybe all of us thought we were imposters, but we were all just crewmates in the end. We're all just crewmates in our fucking Among Us suits. And none of us are the real imposter. But yeah, no, I do that too. Sometimes I'll have ice cream for dinner. Sometimes I'll have ice cream for dinner because I don't have anything else in the fridge. Because I was forgetful and lazy or poor and I didn't buy groceries. And hello, Aoi Alex, welcome. Also, guys, does the chat look okay now? Does the chat text look better? Is it big enough? Because I remember last time we had somebody say that the chat was looking a little small, and I want to make sure that everybody can read it. I want to make sure everybody can read it okay. I think it looks all right, but if it's still small, I can try to make it a little bigger. I just want to figure out how to get it to fit in here too. We're all crew and nothing is wrong. Exactly. We're all just a bunch of crewmates. Oh, it's blurry? Yeah, you're right, it is a little blurry. Let's take a look at that. Maybe, maybe if I make it a tiny bit smaller like this. Oh, everybody just disappeared. It'll come back, it'll come back. It'll come back, I just tried to make it a tiny bit smaller. Or maybe I'll just fix that next time because I don't want to spend stream fixing things. Alright, I can still see it okay. But what was it? What was it? Oh yeah, adulting. Adulting is hard. It's really hard. And poof. Hello, Badger. Wait, your name. Please tell me that's pronounced like Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom, Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom, Snake, Snake. Oh, the medication is kicking. Oh. Snake! Oh no! Badger, 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 Mushroom. A bigger deal, yeah, the blur to some extent. And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. Syndrome from The Incredibles? You know what? People would be quoting villains in my stream. And I love the Badger song too. And I love this song. This is so calming. So you'll certainly be hearing this BGM a lot. You'll be hearing it on my opening screens. You'll be hearing it on my stream starting screen and my stream ending as well. My BRB screen. And probably during my just chatting moments too. But yeah. So this is let me start that over. The BGM, being able to get this BGM, this is also thanks to you guys. This is thanks to you guys subbing and donating bits and all of your help. I've been so excited getting in touch with all these artists and getting all these new ideas for stream, and I just really want to thank you all for your help in helping me just make the stream look better and sound better and be better. So I promised you the stream was only gonna get better and better, and I'm keeping my promise. I just got in touch with one artist in particular who's working on something that I cannot wait for you guys to see, because it's gonna be really fucking funny and cool and amazing, and I'm so excited. So you'll be seeing that maybe a month from now, who knows. And I have lots of other ideas too. So things will always be coming in. I know I'm always like kind of slowly unrolling out things for stream. If it wasn't for the hero murders, Syndrome would have been pretty awesome. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if it wasn't on account for all the killing, I think he would have been a pretty alright dude. Pretty upstanding guy, don't you think? If it weren't for all the war crimes he committed. Here's a good song. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to talk about today? Ooh. Yeah, oh, thank you for the boop snoot. Thank you for the boop snoot, Alex. Achoo! I need to figure out how to not let those boop snoots make me sneeze, though. You guys, I appreciate the boop snoots, but you gotta make sure you don't get that finger in my nostril, you know? Didn't your mother teach you that it's not nice to pick rabbits' noses? And it's also very inappropriate. Very inappropriate. Oh, and you resubbed, Alex? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the resub. I don't know why that didn't show up. That should be showing up. Maybe it will in a minute. That's weird, because my alerts were showing up a little earlier. But give it a minute. But thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. Remember, you can pick your friends, and you can pick your noses, but you can't pick your friends' noses. That is some of the best advice that I have ever received, Tavok. Good advice, and it's something that I haven't followed. But I will start following it. I won't pick my friends' noses or ears or do things that bother them. Unless they're Crystal. If she has fun boys, because she made me read that fucking boy smell copy pasta, I'll get her back. Unless your friends give you consent to pick your noses. Yeah, I mean, there might be gold in there. There might be gold in there. Have you guys ever heard the term digging for gold? I have stories. Oh, I have lots of stories that I can tell you guys. I certainly revealed a lot on Crystal's stream. I admitted to everybody that I used to write fan fiction where I shipped myself with Gerard Way. Because I'm fucking cringe. And I was a cringe teenager. I mean, all teenagers are cringe. It's a bit yellow. What, my boogies? What did you expect? What, you were expecting them to be pink? You were expecting candy floss boogies? I may be cute, but I'm not that cute. I'm gross. I'm disgusting. I'm a fucking pig. I'm an anime girl. Every teen is cringe. And then I got over a lot of my BS. Yeah! Every teen, we're supposed to be cringe. Teens are supposed to be cringe. I'd be surprised if a teen wasn't cringe. I was watching the movie Signs last night. Pig or a bunny? I'm a punny. I'm a pig bunny. Well, Shy Lily calls herself an orc cat, so I could. She's an orca and a cat, so I could be two things too. God damn it! I could be a punny. I like piggies. Look at all the little piggies and their piggy wives. Look, yeah. But no, but teens are supposed to be cringe. Cause that's a time when you're trying to figure yourself out, figure out what you're interested in, who you are, what you like, who you like, if you like anybody at all or anything at all. And I should have just embraced my cringe. A couple years ago, I would have said that if I met teenage me, I would have slapped her. But now I just think I would hug her and be like, it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Just keep living. And I agree, living your hometown is very important. I mean, if you're close with your family, then it's good to be by them. But definitely, it's good to it's good to at least see the world outside of your hometown. I don't get to do too much traveling, but when I do get to, it just always really expands my mind. And anytime I would get the opportunity, I would take advantage of it. Like in my last semester of college, I studied in California. I went to a school in New York, but I studied for my last semester in California. And I wanted to study in London for a semester, but it wouldn't have worked out with my schedule, and I was really disappointed about that because I've never been outside North America. And but oh yeah, what I was saying about Signs was the teens are supposed to be cringe, and the children. It was a good movie, but the children, especially the little boy, the way he talked like a fucking kid in anime, where he was way too smart for someone his age. Like, he was the one who figured out pretty much everything. And it's like, maybe they wanted to, like, make him a savant. But I don't know. I'm just like, no, you're 12. Be cringe and talk about video games and, I don't know, cringy 12-year-old boy things. Don't be a super genius. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. It's like how they write kids in anime. They just always make them way too fucking smart. Ooh, going to London in May. That's exciting. Let me know how that is. Let me know Let me know where you go in London. That's gonna be a fun trip. And yeah, no, enjoy it. Enjoy it on my behalf, please. No, you're right. Shyamalan can't write kids very well. I kind of had the same problem in Knock at the Cabin, where the little girl was so cute, but she was also way too smart for, like, what, an 8-year-old? Like, in that beginning conversation she had with Dave Bautista. With Dave Bautista's character, when she's asking him some of the questions, and I'm just like, no. Someone her age would not be able to catch on to this that quick. I mean, it's one thing when you have your parents, like, tell you, you know, stranger danger, don't talk to strangers, which, by the way, in the beginning, where were her fucking parents? Where were her dads watching her there? They should have been watching her while she was collecting grasshoppers. They could have avoided the whole damn thing. Well, maybe they couldn't have because Dave Bautista's fucking massive. Ooh, it's your second trip to London and you're seeing friends. That should be really fun. That should be so much fun. You guys should all go to the pubs together. Go to the pubs. Rev up that Bugatti. Get a pint. Yeah, no, have a killer time. And let me know how the food is. If you get an English breakfast, don't eat the beans on my behalf. Please. Just, I don't want the beans. The sausage looks pretty good, and the bacon. But maybe not the beans. Or the tomato. Yeah, Haley Joel Osment in Sixth Sense is the one that did it pretty good. No, I heard that Haley Joel Osment was good in that movie. I got the Sixth Sense movie spoiled by that Lonely Island song. You know, does anybody remember that Lonely Island? It's literally fucking called, it's called Jizz in My Pants. I know, but there's that, I'm not gonna say the specific line, but it spoils the whole damn movie. I loved them in middle school. What? That song was silly. That was definitely like a middle school humor, silly song. Good old Andy Samberg. You've had the full English. Yeah, no, yeah, you can enjoy the beans, the tomato, and the pudding, which isn't actually pudding. It's like, well, it's blood sausage, right? The pudding's blood sausage, I think. I'd be curious to try blood sausage. I know a lot of people seem repulsed by it, but I'd try it. Besides tomatoes, I'm attracted to red foods. When the song came out in university and your roommate called you to listen to it, I remember, I think I was watching SNL with my family. It was a long time ago. I was like a preteen when that song came out, but like when I saw the music video, because I was like in middle school, of course I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But I didn't really know I didn't exactly know what jizz meant at that time, but I think I had an idea. Whew, I'm feeling silly today. I'm feeling silly. But black pudding is tasty. Some people say it's got a really like earthy taste. Ooh, wait, I have a new snack recommendation for you all. Sometimes I like to give my snack recommendations, and I have a new one that I tried. So yesterday, before I went to go see the movie with my friend, I had to take care of some work stuff, and I went to go visit another friend who had a vocal booth that I could use. But afterwards, the two of us, we partook in a little green. And we went to Target, which is always a bad idea. Because when you get to the snack aisle and you see all the goddamn options of what they have, it gets dangerous. But they had, so Target in the snack aisle, they have a whole section just dedicated to trail mix. And me, I'm not really much of a trail mix person. I don't really eat. Please don't fucking clip this when I say it. I don't really eat nuts a lot. The food! Canadian Target failed hard? Wait, are there differences between American and Canadian Target? But when you go to an American Target, like you're transported to another goddamn dimension. Green and Target do definitely go together like peanut butter and jelly. It's fun, but it's so dangerous because Target feels like an alternate dimension when you walk in there because every Target the inside of every Target looks the same. And I live in the city, so there aren't a lot of big Targets around me, but this Target that I went to was fucking huge, and I hadn't been to one in months. So I was losing my mind in there. But we got to the trail mix section, and I'm not really a big trail mix fan, but I was looking at the salty ones, and I found a trail mix. Let me grab this real quick. I found a trail mix by Good and Gather, and it's Korean barbecue flavored. And it has seasoned cashews and almonds, honey roasted sesame sticks, and lemon flavored infused dry apples, which makes not a lot of sense to me because I'm like, why would you have lemon flavored apples? Don't you want apple flavored apples? Target popcorn over movie theater popcorn? Wait, is Target popcorn special? I've never had the Target popcorn before. Maybe next time before I go to the movies, I'll get the popcorn from Target and just sneak that in there. Oh, Canadian Target's dead. Maybe I'll never go to a... Maybe I shouldn't move to Canada because I love Target so much. Although... I don't know. What would I end up liking more? Canada or Target? That's the question. That's the million-dollar question. The Targets in America are pretty lit. And they all look the same. And it just, I don't know, you really don't feel like you're on planet Earth when you're inside a Target. But yeah, but next time you go to Target and you're in the trail mix section, please try the Korean-style barbecue trail mix by Good and Gather. It is so good. I was eating this shit like candy last night while watching the movie. Yummy. Fucking good. It's like, it's not as spicy as I wanted it to be, but it has just the perfect mix of like sweet and savory, and it makes the cashews and the almonds just taste better when it has the seasoning on it. Like sometimes it's hard for me to eat like, I like almonds, but I can't really eat them on their own. I like them when they're covered in chocolate. Oh my god, are we talking about the McDonald's Sprite in chat? That, oh, the McDonald's Sprite is good, but that first sip is like akin to your foot falling asleep. It's just pins and needles going down your throat, and you're just like, eh! But ooh. But then once you have it with your McNuggies and your fries, that's good stuff. Free healthcare or Target? You know, normally I'd say Target, but after some of the adult-related issues that I had been dealing with that were giving me panic attacks for the past week, I think now I'm gonna have to give it to free healthcare. Yeah, I mean, Canada, even if you guys have your shitty Targets, at least you guys all get healthcare, and you don't need to have a panic attack every time you have to call a doctor to make sure they accept your insurance. Oh, you gotta head out, Tavok. Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you can make it to the next one. I do plan on streaming again tomorrow, and I have a good feeling that I actually will be doing it because I'm gonna be having Jen and Jacob on with me again, and we're gonna be continuing Angels of Death. Yeah! I really enjoyed Angels of Death when we played it last Sunday. The VOD is still down there for anybody who didn't catch it. If they want to join us, if they want to hang out with us tomorrow. As a citizen of the UK, I can vouch for free healthcare. Oh, all you lucky ducks. All you lucky non-American ducks. I mean, no, lucky non-American bunnies. That's right, when you're in my chat, you're a rabbit. But yeah, but I hope you have a good rest of your day, Tavok. Thank you so much for coming. But yeah, free healthcare would be really nice. Ugh. That's, it's a struggle over here for sure. So yeah, that's my snack recommendation for the day. Give that a try. Make sure you only try it if you're not allergic to nuts. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody who's allergic to nuts. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? Oh yeah, Pokemon Day was Monday, right? Did anybody see the new DLC? Did anybody catch that? I was talking about this on Crystal's stream the other day, and I was pretty excited to see it, but I always get just so disappointed when it's like, well, it's not coming out until the fall, and it's like, no, that's so far from now. That's really far from now, and I want to play it now. I want to stream it, goddammit, once I get that capture card. But I'm thinking probably during the fall I'll want to stream the DLC so you guys can see my team. I was hoping that they would have the GBA games for Nintendo Online. Me too, goddammit. I was hoping they would have that so it would be easier for me to play old Pokemon games on stream, legally. Not that I plan on playing a Pokemon game illegally or anything. That's not what I plan on doing at all. Legal. I am not a war crime bunny. But yeah, but I was, but yeah, I thought some of the DLC looked pretty cool. I like that they're giving us 2 parts again. And I think I heard that, like, the new, what are they called? Not prehistoric and future Pokemon. You know, the anomaly Pokemon, the Pokemon from the future and the past. Ooh, foggy brain. At first I was disappointed because I was like, oh, is Suicune gonna be a Scarlet exclusive? Because I have Violet and Suicune looks so much cooler. All the past Pokemon look so much cooler. But Paradox Pokemon. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. The War Crime Bunny VTuber is over on YouTube on Hololive. Correct, yeah. No, Pekora is she's the true War Crime Bunny VTuber. I don't think I'll ever do anything nearly as illegal as her. That Looney Tune. I love you, Pekora. But yeah, no, the Paradox Pokemon. But I think they're not version exclusive, actually. I think anybody will be able to get them. So hopefully I'll be able to get that Suicune, because I love Suicune. Crystal is a game that is very near and dear to my heart. And I remember how hard it was to catch that Suicune, because he'd always run away from me. As Grunkle Stan would always say, when the cops aren't around, anything's legal. I think that was the line. Yeah, so I'll be very excited about that. But I wanted to mention Pokemon because I want to segue into the Pokemon ranking chart, because I have this ranking chart up. And I thought I could give you guys just some of my opinions. Some of my humble Pokemon game opinions that are totally correct. What do you guys say? You want to see me rank some Pokemon games? I'm gonna get into that in a minute. I have to use the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna BRB. But I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself, my friends. I'm here. And we have it up. Hello, everybody. I have returned. My bladder is emptied. My mind is fuzzy. And we got a whole lot of Pokemon games here to look at. I'm quite excited. Everybody have fun in chat while I was away. Oh, everybody's playing about Pokemon. That makes me happy to see. So this is a Pokemon game tier list. So this is like all of the mainline games and a couple of side games in here too, because I love the side games. But I thought this one, it didn't have, too many on it. I didn't want to have one that had like, 30 goddamn things on there with like every single Pokemon side game. But I thought this could be fun. This looked really cool. I also saw that there was like a My Favorite Pokemon chart that looked really fun. Oh, also let me adjust my chat box a little bit. Gonna make it so you guys can actually see. Oh, what? Why can't I adjust the text color? There. All right, that probably looks a little better. Oh, wait, now you can't see it at all. Oh no, hang on. We're dealing with some scuff here. My bad. Why can't I change the color? What the heck? This is being weird. Oh, alright, there. It's back to normal. I want to make the text black. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, perfect. Alright, we fixed the scuff. Wow, I'm surprised and proud of myself. But yeah, we got this chart up here. I really hope you guys don't get upset with me for any of my choices. But this is what I like. Also, what's everybody's favorite Pokemon, by the way? I see Mel's is Gengar. I have a few favorites. It's hard for me to pick one single favorite Pokemon. I love some of my favorites probably include Eevee, Mischievous, Esper, Flygon. I have quite a few. I'd probably have to make like a top 5 or top 6. Or just, I'd make a party of Pokemon and just show you what I got in there. A lot of Ghost Pokemon, a big Ghost Pokemon fan. Magikarp, that's a good choice. Classic. I was thinking about in Pokemon, what was it called? The Pokemon Infinite Fusion. The guy who was like, here, do you want this totally useless Magikarp? Sure, why not? But yeah, why don't we get started with this ranking here? So to begin, it looks like we have Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Ooh. These came out I remember when these games came out. They came out, like during the Nintendo DS era, but I remember when I went to GameStop to order these games, I went for a pre-order and they gave you a special stylus that was like fucking huge. And I got Diamond version when I was a kid, and the stylus that I got had like a Dialga on it, or Dialga, I don't know what the exact correct pronunciation is, but it was on top of the stylus, and it was cool as fuck. Oh, you got Diamond too, Mel? Yeah, no, so it was so cool. But I mean, I got for a Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I think that was the right one. But for I got the Pearl in the later versions, but in the early version I got Diamond. So I have some special memories with Diamond and Pearl. And I don't know, for a while I guess I wasn't like I loved it at first when I was a kid. And then as I got older and some more Pokemon games were coming out, I think I didn't love it quite as much, or maybe I had my opinion kind of swayed by others who were like Gen 4 naysayers, because there's surprisingly a lot of Gen 4 naysayers. A lot of people really don't like Gen 4. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's a pretty fun game. I think the story is really cool. I love towards the end when you have to climb all of Mount Coronet to get to the top, and then you just see, that really foreboding boss and the chain and wanting to start like a new world, a whole new world to himself. It was, I don't know, it was a really big catastrophic plot line that you had to stop as a little 10-year-old that I thought was pretty cool back in the day. So I don't know, even though I know a lot of people... Yeah, no, there's a lack of fire types. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is kind of a lack of certain types of Pokemon. And maybe there's not like the most variety in all the options. And maybe the story is a bit too broad for some people. But I just remember there was a lot of excitement in the story. I liked a lot of the Pokemon. And I thought like all of the towns were really cool, personally. I thought like all of the ancient lore that you had learned about the Legends of the Lake was really cool. Like a lot of I guess what I'm trying to say is I loved the lore of Gen 4. But it's definitely by no means a perfect game. So I'm probably not gonna put it an S, but I'd give it a solid A, I think. But maybe that's just because it's one that's like closer to my childhood, so it feels a little special to me. I don't know, I like Diamond and Pearl a lot. As for Platinum, I actually never played Platinum, so I unfortunately do have to put that in haven't played. However, I have watched a lot of like, I guess, game footage of like the climax of Platinum, and I gotta say, it's fucking terrifying. Giratina is a terrifying Pokemon. Is he like technically supposed to be Satan? That is one thing that I actually do love about Gen 4. And I agree, Mel, I love the music in Gen 4. The music is great. But one thing I find about the Gen 4 legendaries and mythical Pokemon is there's a lot of like really creepy and dark stuff. Like Giratina is like, he's supposed to be, yeah, Rax, he's literal Satan. And then you have Darkrai, who eats children's dreams, for fuck's sake. Like there's the mystery gift event with Darkrai, where there's that one little boy, the little boy who can't wake up from his nightmare, from his literal nightmare. And if you hadn't been able to save him and get that, I think it was a Lunar Wing you had to get to wake him up. If you hadn't got that kid would have died because Darkrai would have like eaten his dreams to death. And as somebody who loves sleep, that kind of scares me. Oh, he's the antimatter Pokemon, technically? Yeah, okay. I mean, I know that because it's a kid's game, they can't call him Satan or the devil Pokemon, so it's like, oh, he's antimatter, because antimatter is the opposite of matter. But no, to me, he's Satan. He's Satan Pokemon, and he's scary. And when you go to the antimatter world, that part is like trippy and scary. So if I had played Platinum, I probably would have ranked it higher. And yes, I did play Arceus. I never finished Arceus, but I played it. So yeah, unfortunately, I have to put Platinum and haven't played. Next, we have Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Oh, that's strange. I wonder why they're not starting with actual Gold and Silver. But Heart Gold and Soul Silver I did play, and I had the little, I had the Pokewalker. The Pokewalker is so cute. Yeah, no, I do need to finish it. I'll get back to it one day. I remember that game was very soothing and calming for me, especially the music. Like when you're in the town in Arceus and it goes bum, bum, bum. Like listening to that music at night kept me very calm. Also, actually, since we're in a Pokemon mood, although I love my BGM, since you guys have been hearing it for a while now, why don't we, let's look for some Pokemon lo-fi. Pokey and Chill? What's this? Alright, we're playing some Pokemon Lo-Fi. There we go. Let's get that going. Eterna Forest Lo-Fi. Very nice. Let's get in the mood. Let's get in the move. Oh, and you gotta drive, Mel? Yeah, no, you better keep your eyes on the road. Don't die. Keep your eyes on the road. Get driving. But yeah, I will finish that. Ooh, I like this. And you see, yep, the music of Gen 4. They heard us talking about Gen 4, so they're playing the Eterna Forest Lo-Fi theme, which is beautiful. I like this. But yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I loved that little Pokewalker. It was so cute. It kind of doubled as like a pedometer. So it like, you know, it got you outside. It almost felt like a little introduction to like Pokemon Go. where it was like, here, you can actually take your Pokemon outside and walk with it, but it's more just an excuse to get you to go outside and to stop being inside playing video games all the time. I liked Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I mean, in terms of remakes, I think it's probably one of the better ones. So, I don't think it was, like, the most memorable game I played, just because, like, I love Gen 2 a lot, also for the same reasons that I love Gen 4. Like, I like the lore, I love the towns, and I love the atmosphere, but maybe it's more like the Pokemon and the story that are either just, like, too ambitious or not enough, really. This was kind of just a continuation of Team Rocket, but it did improve on a lot of stuff of the original, so I'm probably gonna put that in B, I think. Yeah, because, great remake of a game. Really excellent remake. But, just, you know, not the most stimulating in terms of, like, story. It really, I feel like Gen 2 has always kind of felt more like DLC of Gen 1, if that makes any sense. Like, Gen 2 is great. I love Gen 2. But it always did kind of feel more like, all right, this is us continuing the story of Gen 1. And it's like, there's not too many more Pokemon here. But I mean, but it still holds a special place in my heart because it's an older Pokemon game and I really love older Pokemon games. So yeah, I'll put that at a nice safe B tier. I think that's a nice, comfortable, healthy spot for it to be. I'm mostly gonna be ranking these just based on like how well I like remember them, how often I replayed them, if I have a lot of memories with them. And while I liked Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I don't think I had too many memorable memories. Maybe that's why I got a Nuzlocke this game, actually. What do you guys think? Should this be my first Nuzlocke? Maybe. We'll see. But moving on, ooh, Black and White. You see, Black and White, I didn't play Black and White when it first came out, surprisingly. It took me a while until I played Black and White, because Black and White came out when I was maybe like in middle school. And at that point, I was going through a phase where I was like, no, I'm too old and cool for Pokemon. I don't need Pokemon. I'm into new things now, like emo bands. I like emo bands and I like to talk about hot boys. And I don't need nerdy childish things like Pokemon. And that was probably, you know, due to the influence of some of the other kids around me at school. And that, I will say that was a very short-lived phase. That probably didn't last maybe more than like a year or two. But yeah, when Black and White came out, I was in that phase, and I really regret it because when I did end up finally picking up Black and White, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed Black and White thoroughly, and Black and White actually does hold a special place in my heart because this is not only the first Pokemon game where the region is based off of somewhere other than Japan, but in Black and White, the Unova region is supposed to be based off of New York. Yeah, it's supposed to be based off of New York and New York City. And I am from New York and New York City. And so walking around, I don't know, it just makes me think about my own, if I had my own experience walking around Unova, which of the Unova Pokemon would I have in my party? I would definitely have a Chinchino. I'd probably have a Snivy. I'd have a Litwick and a Chandelure. I'd want the whole family. I don't really know where exactly in New York there'd be a desert. There's a few areas in Unova where it's just like, I don't think there's any of those here. But like for the most part, that is New York City, and you know, in the big area that is the city and Manhattan, and it's just, I don't know, it's special to me. The music is fire. I really love the Pokemon in Gen 5. And the story is probably the most engaging too. I'm no N stan. And yeah, some could argue that it's like, oh, it's like a PETA game. But I don't know, I enjoyed it thoroughly, so Black and White gets to go in S tier. Just because it's special because it's New York. It's New York. When you're in New York, that's what you want to see. I don't know. I think when anybody gets to, if anybody saw their home represented in a Pokemon game, I think they would be excited. I would worry if Unova had a regional equivalent of the Appalachia. Yeah, no, it seemed like it was only like, you know, more southern New York. Once it gets to like, you know, more upstate, when you get to Syracuse and Fredonia and where it's like fucking Mount Olympus. It's like, imagine having to trail that. What kind of Pokemon would you see there? I would love ghost Pokemon, but most of them sap your life away. Yeah, no, Litwick is one of my favorite Pokemon, but then when I read his entry, it's just like, oh, he at first is so cute because he has a little light and he's guiding you around, but he's actually sucking your soul out. He's absorbing your life force, and you're just gonna get more and more tired as you keep walking with him, and he'll kill you. And I'm like, oh, that's adorable. I know, if the Pokemon world were real, I would love to have ghost Pokemon, but they would be pranking me in my sleep. They would be messing with me all the time. So I don't know how I would feel about that. But Black and White, that gets a nice high rank, and that is a top tier game. What is this? Is this Black and White too? I think. I can't really read that all that well. It's very small. But unfortunately, I am gonna have to put Black and White 2 also in haven't played. I should probably give that one a chance, but unlike Platinum, I actually don't really know anything about Black and White 2. It all leads back to sleep. In the end, it's always just gonna come back to a good nap, because that's my lore. And you guys are my bunny cult, and so since you're in my bunny cult, now you're looking for the best place to sleep. By the way, who's getting Pokemon sleep? Maybe Pokemon sleep will actually help me be able to get better sleep. Yeah, no, and it's like, if they didn't come with, like, all of the caveats, you know, of it's like, oh, these Pokemon will try to kill you, then it's like, they would be really cute to have. But then again, I don't know. People own snakes, and sometimes snakes are trying to, like, kill us when we think they're just doing cute things, but we love them anyway. So it's like, yeah, I love my little murderous, I love my murderous Litwick. I love my little killer Lamp. I love Lamp. We don't speak of that terror. Black and White 2 is just an improved version. Yeah, because I think you face all the same gym leaders, and it's like, there's a lot of the same characters, but it takes place, what, 5-10 years later, maybe, after the first Black and White? But I never played it. I don't really know much about it. So unfortunately, I can't really give much of an opinion on Black and White 2. But I probably should play it. And don't worry, you're not going to see a lot in this haven't played section. I actually think Platinum and Black and White 2 might be the only ones on here that I haven't played. I want to say that. Maybe I'll run into one. But, I love now that we're all just talking about all the Pokemon that we love that would kill us in a heartbeat. But listen, I mean, owning a cat... Guys, owning a cat is essentially the same thing as owning a miniature tiger. Because when you watch videos of tigers, they do all the same things that cats do. They purr, they play with toys, they do all those cute things. But think about it, whenever a cat is biting you, it's just like, ow, that kind of hurt. But if your house cat was a little bigger, it would be tiger size and it would kill you. So yeah, you do have a wild animal in your home, essentially. But yeah, owning a cat is just owning a little tiger. Drifloon specially takes children to the world of the dead. Oh no, we're talking about Drifloon! Wasn't there actually, in Pokemon Arceus Legends, wasn't there a side quest that you had to do where you had to save a kid from a Drifloon? That would have been bad if you couldn't do that. I would have been pretty ashamed as a Pokemon trainer. Moving on. Ooh, X and Y. I have memories of this one too. This came out... So this game came out, I think... It came out in 2013. And I went to Comic-Con that year. And that year when I went to Comic-Con, on that Friday, this game came out. And my friend and I wanted to get the game at the con for whatever fucking reason. And so we waited like an hour online to buy X and Y at New York Comic Con. Like a couple of idiots, rather than just going to GameStop and being able to buy it in a second. it's like we couldn't even play it right away because we were at a con. So we had to just like walk around, and it would have been, I mean, there were probably sections we could have gone to where we could sit down and play. But yeah, so I do have a fond memory of waiting in line to play Pokemon. I think I bought Y actually. This was the region that was like France, right? Yeah, it was France. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be France. The what was this region called? Gen 6 and on. I'm a little fuzzier with, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was exciting because this was the first handheld Pokemon game that was like 3D graphics and your trainer looks really updated and cool. Oh, everybody says that X and Y were too easy, but Mega Evolutions. That's right, it also introduced Mega Evolutions. So, I mean, my problems with X and Y were just like, that was also when they started to, well, I mean, I guess in Gen 5, they started to introduce nicer rivals. But Gen 5 was just really where I think your rivals slash friends started to, like, kind of lose personality, I guess. Yeah, Kalos. Yeah, this was the Kalos region. I don't know, I remember, like, you had, in X and Y, you have, like, 4 or 5, you have, like, 4 friends that you're always hanging out with. And each one has like one personality trait that defines them in every single conversation you have with them. Oh, Dr. Karate, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a good meal. Enjoy your food. Bye-bye-bye. Thanks for joining. I hope you join us tomorrow too. But yeah, oh, my model froze. Look at her. She's sleeping. Let me re-pull that back up again. But yeah, like, I just remember each one of your friends had like one personality trait. And I get it, it's Pokemon, so you're not gonna expect, like, you'd fucking Scorsese writing over here. But, like, I don't know, your rivals in previous games each have a little fucking... I should stop cursing so much. They have personality. Like, asshole or not, at least even in Gen 5, I remember, like, they had some personality to them, and they were a little layered. But it was more than just, like, one single trait about them. And so you were able to, like, I don't know, develop some kind of opinion or feeling about them. Sleep 5. Yeah, Jigglypuff cast sleep. That's right, I got hit by a Jigglypuff. But I woke up before she could write on my face. That evil little witch. That minx. That little pink puff. She wishes she could be Kirby. But yeah, I don't know, I just like, I felt like all of your rival and friend characters were just so unmemorable or annoying. So it's like whenever they popped up, I wasn't like excited to battle them. Like I remember in Gen 3, anytime I would see motherfucking Brendan, my rival, even though he wasn't super mean, he was hard. He was hard, so I would see him, and I would be like, no, not you again, oh boy, I'm emotional, I have to beat you, I need this, But then whenever I see my rivals in X and Y, I was just like, ugh, you again, but for a different reason, more just like, do I have to deal with this shit? And it was kind of when Pokemon games started getting a little easier, so it's like, I don't know, I know that, I mean, I guess everybody is the intended audience for Pokemon, but at the end of the day, they are games more meant for kids, so it's like, they want more kids to be able to play it and have it be more accessible to them. But I don't know, them not being a challenge and more just being like a nuisance really kind of made the game less fun for me, I think. And I also wasn't crazy about the story either. I don't even really remember the story all that well. The only thing that makes this game great is Esper, because I fucking love that Pokemon. I love Esper. Look at me. Don't I remind you of Esper? Look at me. Does this not look like the face of an Esper? I remember that was like the top meme Pokemon of Tumblr back in like 2013, 2014. You could like not escape Tumblr without seeing an Esper anywhere, but it's okay because it's one of my favorites. So yeah, if it weren't for Esper, I would rank X and Y lower, but I'm probably just gonna put it in C tier. Not the most memorable Pokemon game, and the characters and difficulty level kind of put a damper on it for me. So yeah, that gets a solid C. I want to make sure that everything is spaced out nicely, and it's not just like everything is in one rank. Because I don't hate any Pokemon game. I like each Pokemon. I like pretty much all the Pokemon games, but there are some that I love more than others. And yes, Jacob, we are tier listing here. We're tier listing Pokemon games because I'm feeling too lazy to play a game today. I'm not able to leave my bed today, so that's what we're doing. And you all better be okay with it. But hello, welcome. The anime was peak Pokemon. I didn't watch the X and Y anime, but I know that was the one where everybody got really shippy. Because people loved Ash and Serena really badly. They loved Ash with Serena more than they liked him with Misty. So I've seen some of the cute chippy stuff. And Serena was cool. I liked her. But yeah, see? Mid-game. It was okay. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Again, why are they putting the remake before the OGs? That's weird. Now, here's the thing. Gen 3 is my favorite generation of Pokemon. Easily. Easily my favorite gen. And if I'm gonna do a Nuzlocke, it's probably going to be in Hoenn. And so when Gen 3, it just holds probably the nearest, dearest place in my heart. I think I had over 1,000 hours logged into my Emerald version, which I'll definitely get to later. But I don't know, I played the shit out of those games when I was a kid. Those were out when I was like a real little kid, so I spent so much time with them. Bring those games to school. So when they announced Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I fucking lost my shit. I was so excited. W game, yeah, and I agree. Huge improvement from X and Y too. Huge improvement for sure. So oh man, I was very excited when I saw this. And hello, Cyber Idol. I'm doing all right today. I'm doing all right. I'm happy that I'm finally able to stream. It's been about a week since I last streamed. It's been a difficult week, but I'm feeling okay today, and I wanted to be able to stream for everybody. I'm on quite a bit of medication right now because I was feeling a little sick earlier, so my brain is a little hazy and loopy. But I'm doing all right. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing today? Are you doing all right, Melanie? And yes, we are ranking Pokemon games here. I am a huge Pokemon fan. And I figure if you guys are going to watch me play Pokemon games, you may as well know a lot of my opinions. And I'm glad you've been doing well, Melanie. I'm glad you've been having a good Saturday. Have all you been having a good Saturday? Do you guys have plans later or tomorrow? Oh, if you don't have plans tomorrow night, you should watch me, Jen, and Jacob play Angels of Death again, because we're going to get back to it. And there's hopefully not going to be any more chase scenes. No more chase scenes. But yeah, so I was very excited when the announcement for Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby came out. And they were great games. They were really fun. However, they do not hold a goddamn candle to the original, though. I don't know. It's just, there's something so special about the original to me. I also, for some reason, I feel like the original was more difficult. I feel like I didn't have as hard a time with Omega Ruby as I did with regular Ruby. Raining so absolutely chilling indoors and gaming. That is a great way to spend the night, actually. Where I was, there was a huge rainstorm last night, and I was staying at a friend's house, so I was out of the area of flooding. But I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to get home today. I was worried that all the roads were gonna be flooded. Ooh, my throat is getting so dry. I need water. Hydrate time. Because I'm talking so much. But yeah, no, that sounds like a good way to spend the night. But yeah, so but since I don't know, they're really fun games. I like what they did outside of the original. Oh, thank you for the head pat, Redeem. I ain't up with you. That feels really nice, especially in bed. A good way to help me fall asleep after this. Also, this is nice, this lo-fi track. Aerith's theme. Wait, that's not Pokemon. That's Final Fantasy. What the hecky? Well, it's still nice though. Oh well. So yeah, so because it's not the original and it's not quite as in a special place, and since I didn't spend nearly as many hours as I did on the OGs or have as nearly hard a time, I'll probably have to put it in B or... No, I'm gonna put it in A actually. It's an A. Because it was a huge improvement on X and Y. I thought I recognized that track. Yeah! No, it sounds pretty, but I'm just like, this doesn't exactly... What Pokemon game has this been in? Ooh, one of these days I should put the Chrono Trigger theme OST on here. I love the OST for that game. That's probably my favorite game OST of all time. Shala's song. So beautiful. Pokemon Sun and Moon. I don't really know how I feel about these games. I felt like I get that they wanted to change up the gym leader formula, make things a little different. But I just feel like they didn't really... And you're right. That's the best. I think you're gonna put it in a better way than I could INF with you. Is that it was better than I thought, I guess. But I don't know. It kind of feels like that entry in the Pokemon series where it's like, it's there. There's some stuff I like about it. It gave us Mimikyu. It gave us Lily, who's adorable. And by the way, Lily is like one of my grails for figure collecting, for anime figure collecting. So if anybody finds that Lily Kotobukiya figure of her with Cosmog, please let a bunny know. Because I've been trying to find that forever, but it's really hard and expensive. One day. But yeah, I mean, I mostly just love her because of her design. It's so goddamn cute. But yeah, but I don't know. You're right, Jacob. The story was... It was tedious. I felt like when I was facing all of the... What were they? The Tapu Kokos? Is that what they were called? I don't even remember what they were called. It's just like... whatever their equivalent of what the gym leader process was. It felt tedious. I wasn't crazy about the team. I don't know. Team Aether was pretty interesting. Lily's mom was interesting. She was twisted. She was a good villain. Luzamine. I thought she was a great villain. But for me, it just kind of feels like one that's there, and it didn't really leave much of an impression on me. I feel like once I finished the game, I just put it down and went on with my life. I wasn't like, I want to keep playing this. I want to do all the extra stuff. I want to shiny hunt. I want to do this and that. I put it down and I never really picked it up again. It low-key turned me off the series because I haven't played a Pokemon game since, but that's more my problem. No, I mean, it definitely didn't turn me off enough to not buy Pokemon games anymore. But it suffered from the same problem as X and Y, where the characters around you were all really bland and one-dimensional. I mean, besides Luzamine and like Lily, like I thought Hao was really boring, and what's her name? The girl, or was she in Sword and Shield? I don't remember. But there was like another character in there that wasn't the most interesting. I didn't find the professor the most interesting. So yeah, and how he was pushy. I don't know. I like it when your rivals are assholes, because it makes you... The thing is about an asshole rival is it makes you want to beat them. That's my problem with the later rivals. Like, Hao? And what was the other guy's name? in Sword and Shield. Hop? Yeah, Hop. Like, they were both nice, and I felt bad anytime I would have to whoop their ass. You know? But it's like the rival in Gen 2 and Gary. They're rude. They act like they're better than you. And it makes you want to be like, ooh, I can't wait to wipe the floor with you. I don't feel bad at all beating you. But with such a nice, not even rival, it's like, oh, do I have to do this? Do I have to ruin your day? I don't really want to do that, you know? Yeah. So, I'm sorry to do this, but Pokemon Sun and Moon, I might have to put in D tier. I don't know. It's just... I didn't hate them. Didn't love them. It kind of just feels like it's there. I read a theory that you play as the rival in Sun and Moon because it makes the experience better. Ooh, different perspectives. That's true. I have watched movies before where it's at first I wasn't sure how I felt about them, but then when I put myself in the perspective of another character, I understood it a little more. Like the movie 500 Days of Summer. I watched that movie from the girl's perspective, and I was like, no, I understand where she's coming from. Also, I lied. I haven't played Ultra Sun and Moon. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put that in haven't played. Maybe because I found Sun and Moon so uninteresting that made me not want to play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I don't really have an opinion on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, unfortunately. So I will have to put that in the haven't played section. I apologize. No opinions on there, but I guess that just goes to show you Sun and Moon were pretty mid to me. Pokemon, Eevee, and let's go Eevee and Pikachu. This actually holds kind of a special place to me because my Switch is the special collector Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee edition Switch. So my Joy-Cons are yellow and brown, which I love. Although some people are like, oh, you have the pee-pee poopy Joy-Con controllers. And I'm like, shut up! They're not pee-pee poopy. They're Pikachu and Eevee. Shut your pie hole. They're cute. They're cute and they're not pee-pee poopy. You go away with your pink and with your neon pink and green controller, your Cosmo and Wanda ass controllers. Get out of here. Pee-pee poopy controllers. Oh, this is Animal Crossing. This is not Pokemon lo-fi. This is a whole video game lo-fi mix. But that's alright. That's alright. It still fits the mood. But yeah, so Let's Go Pikachu was the first game I ever had for Switch because it came with the Switch that I got. I wanted Let's Go Eevee because I like Eevee more, but they didn't have any left at the Best Buy I went to when I bought it, and I bought it as a birthday gift to myself one year. So I bought Pikachu. I named my Pikachu Wolfgang, and I would die for him. I mean, you guys know, if you watched me play Pokemon Infinite Fusion, you know I would have died for my little baby Peck and Poke. And Jerry the Pichu. So it's like, you know, it's... I had fun because it was my first Switch game and I was getting used to the hardware. But it's just another retelling of Gen 1. It had a lot of Pokemon Go mechanics. So it was not the most exciting Pokemon experience I ever had. It was just kind of like, all right, this is fun. I'm doing Gen 1 again. I thought you slept already. I've been sleeping all week, and because I'm still in bed even after stream, I'll be sleeping again. But I'm the sleepy bunny. I'm the sleepy bunny. You can't just expect me to not sleep. My sleep is, you know, if I was in a Marvel movie, this is the part where I would say, sleep is my thing. It's kind of what I do. I'm a sleeper. I sleep. It's what I do. It's my thing. Don't mess with my thing. But yeah, it's just another retelling of Gen 1. It was a fine experience, but I'd give it a B. I'll give it a B. My average in school, a B. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. The OG Red and Blue. I mean, this is a classic, so I feel like it would be fucking wrong if I didn't put this in S tier, you know? And no, me putting this in S tier is not me being a Gen 1er. It's not me being a Gen 1er. I like a lot of the gens. But I mean, come on. These are the first fucking games. Well, I guess technically red and green were the first ones to come out, and then when they brought it to the States, it was made red and blue. A boomer? Get out of here! I'm not a boomer! I might not be a child, but I'm not a boomer. I just like... Yeah, it's Gen 1. It was the beginning of Pokemon. Oh. Owl Bulk Grass, thank you so much for joining the bunny cult. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying my Pokemon ranking here. I apologize if you disagree with any of my opinions here, but these are mine. But yeah, but they're great games. Come on, they're classic. This was the fucking birth of Pokemon. Without Red and Blue, there wouldn't be Pokemon. It's like you have to put them up here. Blue all the way. I love grass and Digimon. I love grass too. Boy, do I love grass. I love all kinds of grass. Playing in the grass is fun. A grass crusader. Everybody is telling jokes in chat tonight. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of jokesters, a lot of pranksters in here tonight, but that's good. It keeps the vibe up. Makes me happy. And blue all the way. I mean, I'll get into in a little bit which of my favorite of the Gen 1 games there are, but we're not there quite yet. But yeah, I mean, you can't just not put red and blue on top. This was the birth of Pokemon. The first game started it all. It's going in S tier. That's just where it's gotta go, and I'm not changing my mind. Do I have to talk about this one? Pokemon Sword and Shield. What to say about Pokemon Sword and Shield? Where was the story? Where was the goddamn story in Pokemon Shield? In Sword and Shield? All it was it's like, it felt like I was just doing the challenges. And also, how did I not see this notification earlier that, oh, Den? Cypher Den followed me. Oh my god, Den, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Wow. Hi, Den. Hello, welcome. I don't know why that notification never appeared that you didn't follow, but I see it in Streamlabs. But hi, welcome. Yeah, Sword and Shield. Ugh. I'd rather talk to you, Den, than talk about Sword and Shield. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, you're lurking on my hot takes. Please, lurk away. I'm giving all the hot takes out here tonight. I lost my train of thought, but I like giving my hot takes. I used to not like giving my hot takes as much because I wanted to be more quiet about my opinions and not have people get mad at me. But yeah, but now I'm just like, no, you should give your opinions. Give your opinions, Lilith. Let the people know what you have to say. You've got good things to say. But yeah, Sword and Shield, I don't know. There was no story to Sword and Shield. It was just like you do all the challenges, and then at the very end, the announcer guy was just like, oh, I was evil all along, and now I'm gonna end the world. Ha 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 ha. And it's like, I guess you kind of expected that he was evil all along. But I don't know, it was like, it felt like it just came out of nowhere. The Pokemon were a little whack in the game. The legendaries, I'm not... As of today, it's been 23 years since the PS2 released. No, don't make me feel old. I already feel a bit old talking about these older Pokemon games. Don't make me feel even older. I might be centuries old. I might be centuries old, but not that old. But yeah, what was I talking about? Sword and Shield. Yeah, I don't know. One of the gym leaders, whatever you call, was a spooky ghost boy. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah, I don't, and it was the same problem I had, where it was like, Hop, I felt bad whenever I had to wipe the floor with him. Oh, Oh, here's my biggest issue with Sword and Shield. So there was the champion in Sword and Shield, who you have a lot of respect for. But his main Pokemon that he's always loved showing off is Charizard. And when I saw that it was Charizard, I couldn't help but sigh, because I'm like, the Pokemon franchise loves to do this, where they'll release a new generation with all these new Pokemon, but they just keep highlighting all the old ones over and over again. And it's like, why couldn't they give the champion... Why couldn't they give the champion, like, a cool Pokemon from that generation? Why'd they have to give him a goddamn Charizard? We all know Charizard. We know Charizard for years, and personally, I'm sick of Charizard. We've seen him for too long. He was cool when Ash had him. But, like, I don't know. I want to see something new. If you're gonna make a new Pokemon game, give us new options, you know? Bro choice. I'm not trying to be a hater. I don't want to be a hater. I just, you know, I want them to highlight. I want them to highlight what they've, all the new things that they want to show us, and not just like, I get maybe they want to introduce a new generation to older Pokemon and be like, oh, these are the Pokemon that we loved when we were kids, so now we want to share the love with all of you guys. But I think it's cool when kids can have a generation of Pokemon that they can grow up with, you know, because we had the first few generations that we grew up with, and now these guys should have ones that they can grow up with, and not just, you know, see what us boomers have, if I'm apparently a boomer. The main reason I like Sword and Shield was because of Eternatus. Yeah, again, cool, a few cool Pokemon, a few whack Pokemon. Like, I'm not a big fan of these legendaries here. I don't know, maybe in Gen 4, they started to have a few too many legendaries and mythical Pokemon, but I kind of miss the days when they would have a bunch of mythical Pokemon. Oh, Fluffy Snowball!
Is that a comfy Queen Lilith of the bunny cult? The most amazing bun.
Oh, thank you so much for the resub, Fluffy Snowball! And yes, it is! Lilith is feeling very comfy cozy tonight. Lilith didn't want to leave her bed today. Lilith's been having a hard week. Lilith's been having a stressful week full of adult problems, so she wasn't really able to leave bed for stream, but it's okay. Because I still managed to make it to stream, but thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. And I promised you guys I would be here today. If you saw in my Discord server, I said I was going to try to do a double whammy stream this weekend to make up for not being able to stream at all this week. I'm here tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. It's all gonna be really fun. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I've given enough of my bad opinions on Sword and Shield right now. I don't want to keep talking negatively. We're just gonna put it... But here's the thing, I still don't hate it. Maybe I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. Because I have some fun memories around that time when I first started playing it. And that was a game that I actually played with friends. So, so there's that special part of it. So I'm not gonna put it in E tier, but I will probably put it in D tier, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is Yamper. Yamper is cute, though. Yeah, you're right, it's mid. In my opinion, even the worst Pokemon games are just mid. Which, mid does not mean bad. Mid doesn't have to mean bad, it just means mid. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I did a Sword and Shield challenge run I dubbed the Queen's Run, where I played the story mode with only Yamper. That is the absolute Queen's Run. That, you know what? I thought I was her queenship, but I'm gonna have to dub you as new her queenship, because I was talking earlier about maybe doing a Nuzlocke on stream sometime, but I should do a challenge like that. Only Yamper. Or because I'm a bunny, I should make it a team of only bunny Pokemon. And I love corgis too. Corgis are one of my favorite types of dogs. I love them so much. Based take. I'm glad you guys think my tastes are based. I'm glad. This is good to know. I'm glad to know we got lots of positivity here. Let's see, what's next? Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Also, I hope this is entertaining, by the way, guys. I'm sorry I'm not playing a game tonight. I'm I'm in such a sleepy mood that I just wanted to chat and hang out and do silly things like this. So I hope this is entertaining enough. I promise I'll be playing Angels of Death, the game tomorrow. There'll be friends. It'll be a good time. But the vibe tonight is just really chill. So I hope this is enough. I have more better plans in the future. But yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So we already ranked Diamond and Pearl here. And there's not really too much more I have to say on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because people waited for the Gen 4 remakes forever. Like I remember people had been asking for years for these games to be remade. And even anytime they would announce a new Pokemon game or a new side game or Pokemon Go updates, people were just like, where the hell are the Gen 4 remakes? This is the only thing we care about. And so I feel like since they were so, like, hype, once they came out, they were fun, but I feel like there wasn't really enough differences between them for me, between that and in the regular Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. It kind of just looked like they made them 3D. You like them, INF with you? Like, did I ever finish it? I may have not finished it, actually, because Arceus came out, like, a couple months later, and then I just got lost in that game. But, I mean, you know, it was fun reliving the Diamond and Pearl experience. I love the lore of those games. Solid B+. Yeah, no, I mean, because it's always fun getting to replay an old Pokemon game, especially when it's in a new form. Because, like, Pokemon games that I have replayed over and over again, sometimes it does get a little stale after, like, the 5th replay. But when you can see it in updated form like that, where everything looks a little newer, a little shinier, it's cool. But I feel like there weren't enough differences between the original and the updated version. I don't know, I'm a bad Pokemon fan. I don't care about gen differences or battle strats. I'm just like, this animal is neat, cool, or cute, and I'm gonna use it. You know, Fluffy Snowball, I'm actually very similar because I'm not a competitive battler. I don't know anything about like IVs or EVs or anything like that. I'm just like, I like this Pokemon. I want it on my team. It's cute, and I wish I had it as an actual baby. And I also just love the world of Pokemon and knowing that you can be anything in that world. You don't just have to be a trainer. You could have like any job and figure out a way to like utilize your Pokemon. And I wish they would make more games that would take advantage of that, like the Pokemon Ranger series. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, but it wasn't like enough for me to be like wowed by it. So I'm probably just gonna put it in B tier. Solid B. Solid game. Played through it. Probably not gonna play it again. Oh yeah, the underground. That's always a fun part, because when I played the original Diamond and Pearl, my friends and I, we used to like hang out in the underground for hours. Like, I went to a summer camp when I was a kid, and I hated it. I didn't have a lot of friends. Like, most of my friends went to like private camps, but I went to like a public like summer camp. And I didn't really have a lot of friends there. I hated being outside. I didn't like exercising or playing like outdoor games. So I usually just brought my my Game Boy. And there were a few other kids one year who also brought their DSs, and we all had Diamond and Pearl. And I just remember spending that whole summer at camp when I should have been swimming and playing ball, but I was playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl in the underground with all these other nerds who also hated summer camp. And we just stole each other's flags and secret bases. Oh yeah, there's also Amity Square in those games, which is really fun. You could walk with your Pokemon in those. I had a weird affection to Pidgeotto so much I was very upset when it evolved. No, that's why you have to press B every time you think it's gonna evolve. That was, I used Everstones a lot when I was younger. Yeah, no, when you're young and you don't know all the tricks to like prevent Pokemon from evolving, you get like, you get devastated when you see your favorite Pokemon has changed. Or like when you have Glameow and you see it's evolved into Purugly and you're just like, what? Where'd my cute cat go? Although, now I love Purugly because it reminds me of my old cat, Ringo. Oh, I miss you, Ringo. Oh, Pokemon Legends Arceus is next. Okay, this game was really fun. This game came out not that long ago, and I just remember, although I never finished it, I remember being very soothed by the game. There was something about the music and the atmosphere and the overall vibe of the game that was very, like, soothing, I guess. And it was cool seeing, like, this I guess, old take on the Sinnoh region, or Hisui, as it's called. S stands for such a good game, A stands for a really good game, B stands for a really good game, C stands for cool game, D stands for definitely a game, maybe not definitely a good game, D stands for definitely a game. Exactly a good game. And then haven't played stands for, I actually did. But right, you are, Fluffy Snowball. I think all of your rankings are quite, I think all of your assumptions are quite correct there. Because I don't think there's any, like, bad Pokemon games, just at worst mid. But I don't know, Arceus really soothed me during a time when I was, like, quite anxious and at unease. And it was nice, like, at the end of a long, hard day, to just be able to, like, lay back and hear the bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Like, I could listen to that for hours, and I loved when it would be nighttime, and you'd be running around on your Stantler, and the game did have a cool vibe, and I think it explored some really interesting themes. So I would like it if they made more games like Legends Arceus. I honestly thought, when they were announcing the DLC for Violet, I thought that they were initially announcing another Legends game. And so I was like, what? No DLC? They're just making a new game? But then I just needed to wait a couple more minutes and see that it was DLC, and I'm like, oh. Typical Bimbo Bunny as usual. So, I mean, Arceus was really fun. I don't think I'm gonna put it in S tier, because since I didn't finish it, that kind of shows that I didn't love it enough to finish it, but I did quite enjoy what I did play. I think maybe life got a little too in the way for me to end up finishing it. So I'll put it in A tier, though, because I had a lot of fun. I thought it was really cool seeing a fun new switch up to the Pokemon series. I loved doing the side quests. I'm a side quest hoe. I love side quests, so that was fun. So that gets put in A. Now this next one. The music just got so wistful and nostalgic at a perfect moment, because I actually want to say that Yellow version was my first Pokemon game. It was the first game that I think it was the first game that I ever played. I was extremely young. It wasn't initially my game. It was my brother's game. He had it for his Game Boy Color, but then he got a Game Boy Advanced, and I ended up getting like a hand-me-down Game Boy Color that had like a Pikachu and Pichu on it. But I didn't have any games, and he gave me his copy of Yellow version because he had moved on to, you know, newer other games, bigger and better, newer games. And so Yellow was already like a few years old at this point. But it was so exciting to me as like a really little kid, because it was my first Pokemon game, and I had a Pikachu following me around everywhere. And as a little kid who always needed to have a plushie with them at all times, as a kid who always needed to like be holding a Pikachu and like be bringing it with me everywhere, this was like really special. And like it's an OG game, you know? So it's essentially the same game as Red and Blue, just you have a Pikachu. And that was, I don't know, that was the most incredible, magical thing to me at like, oh, I don't even remember how old I was then. I miss being a kid. Everything was so much easier. Yeah, sorry, I just got really nostalgic all of a sudden. Wistful. But yeah, Yellow. Yellow, I gotta put it in S. This game, it introduced me to Pokemon. It introduced me to video games. And it was, I don't know, it was just like, it was a special world for me. Pokemon helped me make friends. Like, the way, when I started school, like I made friends by meeting other kids who played Pokemon. And there were a lot of kids who were like jealous when they saw that I had yellow. They were like, oh, you got the Pikachu game. So this game is like endlessly special to me, and it definitely shaped my life in a big way. So it's probably up there in like my top 10 favorite games. But yeah, yellow is so special. So yellow is S. My first game ever, little known Lilith fact. Oh, I don't know. Thinking about that game made me tear up a little bit. I miss when life was easier and less lonely. But anyway, enough of the sappy stuff. Let's move on to Gold and Silver. So I had talked about Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but Silver was another game that my brother had handed down to me because he ended up getting. Also, Twyla Sky, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Cult. Welcome, welcome. Again, I don't know why that notification didn't show up. They should be. Oh, maybe I don't have my. Do I not have my alerts for follow set up here? I don't know. But welcome to the Bunny Cult. Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, but he ended up giving me his version of Silver because I think he got Crystal. And I ended up actually playing Crystal later too. Crystal was cool because that was the first game where you could play as a girl, and that was very exciting for me. My brother felt like my real-life Gary Oak for ages. Oh no! My brother and I are only a year apart, so when we were kids, we would get home from school and run upstairs to play Red and Blue. Oh, I'm glad you made it home, Mel. I'm so glad. You see, that's what happens when you listen to me. You stayed on the road and you made it home safely. Listen to the bunny. The bunny has good advice. Listen to me. Silver Totodile fan. You see, I'm a Chikorita girl myself. I think out of, Oh, they heard me talking about yellow, so they were like, how about a lo-fi Pallet Town theme for you, Lilith? How about we make you cry some more? Thanks for that. But yeah, Chikorita, I usually go with grass starters. I find most of the time I'm always drawn to the grass starters the most. I do love me some grass. But yeah, Chikorita. But yeah, Gold and Silver and Crystal, definitely pretty goated. So yeah, these games were also pretty special to me. Because I played them very shortly after Yellow because I wanted to, you know, continue my Pokemon journey. No idea why, but I always chose the water types as my starters. You know, I've very rarely chosen water types. I'm trying to think. Most of the times I choose grass, but actually, no, water probably is the one that I choose the least. I was gonna say fire, but then I'm like, no, I've chosen a few fire starters. I chose Torchic, I chose Litten, but very rarely do I pick the water starter. Did I start with Oshawott, actually? I don't remember. Most of the time I start with grass, though. But I love Chikorita. I also, one thing, I really love your rival in, in Gold and Silver because he's such a dick. And he's like he's a little more threatening than Gary, actually. Because Gary's a dick, but it's like, I don't know, Gary's more of like a little shit teenager. Or I guess he's like Jacob's brother. You choose the cutest ones? Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. Most of the time, I find the grass starters to be the cutest. Chikorita, Sprigatito, Snivy, Bulbasaur. They're so cute. I love them. I just want to pinch them. Oh, I love Pokemon. But yeah, so I like Silver a lot. That's another one that's special to my childhood. I don't think it was quite as special as Red. So maybe I'll probably put Gold, Silver in A. But I love Lugia and Ho-Oh. Oh, Piplup. I did choose Piplup. That's true. Maybe I do have a more even balance of starters than I think. Unclear. I'll come back to you guys about that one. When we do my favorite Pokemon list, when we have a stream where we list all of my favorites, then we can all see who the true dominant starter type is for me. I'm pretty sure it's grass, but I could be wrong. Because I'm wrong about a lot of things. Now, Gold and Silver I may have had to put in A, but Crystal I'm going to have to put in S. And for a reason I spoke about earlier, because Crystal was the first Pokemon game where you could play as a girl. And that was really exciting as a child. Because as a little kid, I didn't want to play as a stinky boy. I wanted to play as a stinky girl. And the girl was really cute in Crystal. She had the cute little pigtails. And Crystal was also really special to me because, Pokemon starter tier list. That's a really good idea, INF with you. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll do that sometime too. That one might actually get people angry. I don't know. I don't wanna start any flame wars here over a Pokemon opinions. Or do I? I do love chaos. I am insane. What was I talking about? Yeah, no, Crystal. Crystal was special also not only because of playing as the girl. Yeah, let the wars begin. But also because I remember as a child catching that Suicune. Catching that Suicune was a mission for me. I remember getting so excited because it wasn't like other legendaries that you find just out in the wild in the grass. It's like you had to seek out Suicune and find it in like little hidden areas, talk to it, and then it would hop away from you and you're like, "No, I must follow." And so whenever you would see it, it would be so exciting. And it's just, I don't know, I loved the chase. Ooh, I was all about the chase. Why would it start a flame war? All starters are S tier. No, yeah, that's true. They're all baby. They're all baby. But what if it would start a flame war where anybody is like, no, what if none of the starters were baby? Can you imagine if somebody came in and was just like, I hate every single Pokemon starter? Then instant ban. Get out. That would be wild. Gen 2, it's always my tradition to bring a Furret to the Elite Four. Oh, I love Furret. I wish that they still sold the Jumbo 5-foot Furret plush. I'm obsessed with that thing, and I don't think they make them anymore, but I want one so badly. I need it. It's like, if I can get that Furret plush, then I'll die happy. I'll be like, no, this is it. I don't need anything else in life. I don't need to start a family. I got it. I got this Furret. This is all I need. Some are more baby than others, though. I agree. But yeah, Crystal gets S tier because that was special. Just the chase of the Suicune. I don't know, there's just something so cool about, like, this legendary that was, like, almost mocking you in a way. It was just kind of like, ooh, you can't find me, you can't get me. You want me? You're gonna have to work for it. And I liked that. I liked that you had to, like, work to get this Suicune. It was a real challenge as a kid, and it was a challenge I was up for. Oh, Sobble. Sobble is a little baby. And Litten is baby too. I just wish Litten didn't evolve into Tony the Tiger. I remember the controversy that came out when they announced Incineroar. And I saw that. I was actually a bit of a hater when I saw Incineroar. I was like, no. That's not right. That can't be right. This is a prank. Surely this is a prank. But it was not a prank. Please. No more bipedal final evolutions! I want a cute baby cat that stays on the ground, god damn it. They did the same thing with Sprigatito. Why do they keep doing this to me? I just want a little baby cat that stays on the ground. I don't want my cat to fucking Luchador smash me. I don't want my cat to Dave Bautista me. I don't want a Dave Bautista cat. Igglybuff. For me, Pichu is the babiest of the non-starters. I love me a Pichu. Pichu is baby. Moving on. Ruby and Sapphire. Now, I mean, I know I keep going into like special memories, but I do have so many special I have one special memory where the first time I saw Ruby and Sapphire was one of my best friends was having a birthday party, a sleepover birthday party, and she invited a lot of girls over. And, you know, we got no sleep that night, but the whole time, while all of the other girls are, like, off playing, me and her are in the corner, and I'm just watching her play Sapphire for hours. And I'm, like, glued to her screen. Because this was the first time, because I had been so used to playing Yellow version and Crystal version, and the Game Boy Color graphics, that when I saw this new Pokemon game where these Pokemon looked like more than just a blob of pixels, it was like the most incredible thing to me at the time. So I was glued to her screen. I couldn't stop watching. And anytime she would put the game down, I'd be like, no, keep playing, please. You either die a Litten or live long enough to see yourself become Garfield. Gormfield. I gotta have a good meal, John. I gotta have a good meal. I want my lasagna. He's got all the Garfs. Yeah, no, he is Garfield. No, for me, I think Incineroar looks like Tony the Tiger. They're great. But I know he's supposed to be good in Smash, though. But yeah, so this was like the first time I saw a Pokemon game look this new and fresh and cool. And I knew I had to get it. So I got Ruby. And I put a lot of hours into that game. And you know, Gen 3 is just my absolute favorite. I have the most memories with Gen 3. I've logged the most hours into Gen 3. The trumpets, the brass! The goddamn... The two enemy teams having a turf war? Eco-terrorists? Like, it was exciting shit. It was a cool story, cool Pokemon, cool region. Everywhere looked so different from the last. There were islands, and it was just, it was cool as all hell. It was just because now that the games were on this new hardware, there was so much more that they could do with Pokemon and the visuals. And so they just made this game that looked fucking incredible and like nothing you had ever seen before in a Pokemon game. So yeah, easily A tier, man. S tier, S tier, yeah. So good. I love Ruby and Sapphire. They'll always hold a special place in my heart. I can't forget. I love them. Look at that. Our S tier is filling up quite nicely. And this, okay. Now this game, Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness were actually the reason why I ended up choosing this particular pre-made tier list. Also, by the way, let me find is there a credit here who made this? I want to be able to credit them. Oh, here. This is by AliveR360 on Twitter. So thank you for making this tier list for me. AliveR360 on Twitter. Much appreciated. But yeah, no, but these two games were the reason why I wanted to include this particular tier list, because these games were really cool when I was a kid. Because these were something else. If you think looking at Ruby and Sapphire and seeing something that was truly like you've never seen, imagine playing a Pokemon game on a goddamn console that's not handheld. Where the Mystery Dungeon games, oh god, I said earlier, I couldn't have one that included all of the side games because then we would be here forever. If it included Mystery Dungeon and Troze and Ranger and all of those, we would be here for a long time. And I'm sleepy today. And I agree, you can't sleep on Pokemon Colosseum and you can't sleep on XD Gale of Darkness. These games were so cool. Especially in Colosseum, it started out, you were a morally questionable character. You weren't exactly a good guy in Pokemon Colosseum. You were initially part of the bad guys. You steal the snag machine. The game starts with you stealing something and running away and pissing off your entire team. Like, you're a criminal in that game. I mean, you end up being, like, kinda good, I guess, because you end up saving, like, all the shadow Pokemon. But, like, if you have a GameCube, if you still have a GameCube, like, I still have a GameCube, if you have these and you don't have these games, you need to play them. Pokemon Snap, going to Blockbuster to print out your photos. You know, I actually never played Pokemon Snap. That was one of the Pokemon games that I hadn't played because I did not have a Nintendo 64 as a kid. Because my brother and I, we didn't have like too many consoles as kids because they were expensive. So whenever we wanted to get a new one, we had to like save up for it, and it was like a special thing. Like when we got our GameCube, that was a big deal for us. That was a really big deal. And also we got our Wii too. But I didn't have an N64, so I never got to play Pokemon Snap. Although I can play the remake though, so maybe I'll do that. That could be a fun, cozy game to play on stream, actually. Now that I think about it, that could be really fun. But that must have been really fun, getting to go to Blockbuster and print out all of your Pokemon photos and get to like hang them up on your walls and see your hard work. Yeah, and I never played Stadium either. And I know that when Pokemon Colosseum and XD came out, they used a lot of the rendered models from Pokemon Colosseum. So some of the Pokemon look a little whack in the GameCube form. But like when you were a kid and you see these 3D Pokemon, it's exactly correct critique. It's an exciting time as a kid. So seeing Pokemon on the big screen, getting these new stories that were completely separate, getting to do double battles, seeing how battles looked in 3D, it was really exciting stuff. I mean, nowadays it's just like, you know, it's standard and it's like you see a Pokemon battle in 3D, that's nothing. But back in the day, this was the coolest shit ever when it came to Pokemon. Saving up for my GBA SP was torture, but so rewarding. No, it was the exact same thing for me when I got my DS, because I was when I was a kid, I made allowance. So I started out making like $1 a week, but then I started doing more and more chores and I would get $5 a week. And I saved up for months and months and months and months. And then when I finally had enough, I got my DS along with Pokemon Diamond. And it was like the most accomplished I ever felt as a child. It was amazing. I kind of like that. I like that my parents were like, all right, if you want something, you gotta earn it. You know, you can't, because we don't want you just, if we give this to you, we don't want you just sitting around lazing, playing it all the time. If you want it, you learn the importance of hard work, even as a child. So I thought it was cool that my parents did that. I think it taught me a lot growing up. But Pokemon Colosseum and XD, just like, these games were mind-blowing to me as a kid, and they were difficult too. Like, my old roommate at my old apartment, she played my copy of Colosseum because I brought my GameCube with me, and it took her a while to get through the whole game because we forgot how hard it is. Like, it's difficult because they don't give you a lot of options for Pokemon you can catch in Colosseum, which is why I don't think I can put Colosseum in, I don't think I can put Colosseum in S tier, just because that difficulty spike was something. There weren't a lot of Pokemon options. Pokemon RAR XD! Funny about that, once I started like going on Tumblr more in the internet and seeing the XD face, I was so confused. I didn't know it was supposed to be an emoji or an emoticon. I thought everybody was referring to the game XD Gale of Darkness, so I was so confused when I found out it was supposed to be an emoticon. I was just like, why is everybody talking about Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness in this weird way? Like, I don't get it. Lilith was a little slower than the others. But yeah, with Pokemon Colosseum, this game was cool. It was a little edgier. It was different, but it was difficult. I wish they had more shadow Pokemon that you could catch. The purifying system in Colosseum needed a lot of work as well, because it took forever until you could finally purify them. I was surprised by how much people wanted Pokemon Colosseum in the last Direct. Wait, Melanie, people really were people asking for Colosseum and XD remakes? Because I mean, I wasn't watching the chat when I was watching the Pokemon Day Direct, but this is something that I would like. And that's good to know that other people want it. Maybe if we keep asking for it, Nintendo will give us what we want. Maybe if we harass them enough, will listen to us. That's cool though that people were asking for a remake of the game. Maybe they can make it a little less difficult towards the end. Those final bosses were hard. So yeah, Colosseum, it definitely needed some perfecting, but for what it was at the time, pretty incredible game. So I'm probably gonna put it in, I may have to put it in B tier just for its issues, but I still loved it for what it was at the time. A Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Actually, no, since we talked about, I'll do XD first, since I want to talk about that. XD, on the other hand, we're putting XD in S. I love this game. This game was my entire childhood. When I beat this game, I felt so accomplished, and it was just so cool. Shadow Lugia? How edgy! Super edgy. But like in a fun way, not in a bad way. It was edgy in a fun way. And I don't know, it was so exciting being able to play XD, and they had a lot more Pokemon options. Oh yeah, also you could transfer Pokemon between Ruby and Sapphire and Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think, into XD and Coliseum. Also, XD and Coliseum came with that Jirachi special event, which I was really excited for as a child. That's another thing that they don't do, is they don't really do like special events inside games. Like, you know how in Pokemon Ranger, you could get a Manaphy and transfer it into Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? That was incredible. I loved that as a child. I wish more Pokemon games did that nowadays. That was always really exciting. But XD goes in S tier just because, like, I mean, maybe the story probably wasn't as exciting as it was in Coliseum. Like, you know, you just play as some little 10-year-old fart. You don't play as a morally questionable guy who just blew up his base and stole things. You know, you play as, once again, you're a child, so that's not quite as exciting. But the game was exciting as hell. All the areas you go to, all the Pokemon you could catch, the introduction of little wild areas where you could place trees and catch Pokemon. It was really cool. So I loved XD of Gale of Darkness. I sometimes still actually replay that game to this day. It still runs really well on my GameCube. It's crazy how well old hardware works compared to new hardware, right? In my opinion. S is looking a little thick here, but that's just because I love Pokemon, okay? I told you I wasn't gonna put too many in negative. Now, Fire Red and Leaf Green. This was the first time they remade a Pokemon game. And I loved Fire Red and Leaf Green when I was a kid. I put a lot of hours into those games. Definitely not as many hours as I put into like Ruby or Emerald, but I did thoroughly enjoy Fire Red and Leaf Green as a kid. I think overall it's a solid remake. It's solid. I'm not gonna say it's amazing because it was their first time remaking a Pokemon game, and because it was just for the Game Boy Advance, there wasn't too much more that they could do besides just like make the game look updated. So, but for what it was really fun. It was solid. It gets a solid A for what it is. So yeah, I like it there. Oh, we're winding down. We only got 2 more. Also, my model froze again, so hang on. Hang on. We'll probably be winding down after I finish up the tier list. I did say this was gonna be a bit of a shorter stream. Tomorrow will be longer, I promise. I promise. I also, I am very tired. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm gonna need a meal and a nap after this, I think. Indeed. This bed is very comfortable, by the way. I hope all of you guys are in bed as well. But, yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green, absolutely solid. Great for what it was. I take it for what it was. A tier. Emerald. I love Emerald. I actually think I love Emerald more than I love Ruby, even. Because Emerald was the game... Emerald's probably the Pokemon game that I've logged the most hours into. Yes! Emerald love in here. Emerald is there... I wish there was a tier higher than S, because if there was, I would put Emerald there. We wanna put Emerald in SS. Emerald was a sick-ass game, because, you know, it expanded even more upon Ruby. Because some of the coolest shit that I saw as a child was that scene where Groudon and Kyogre are fighting, where they're looking at each other. It's a big storm happening. It's switching between heavy rain and a heavy drought. They're looking at each other. Groudon goes, "Hey, fuck you." Kyogre goes, "Hey, fuck you." And then Rayquaza, he comes pouring down. The light from the sky opens up. He comes pouring down, and he shouts at them both, "Hey! You two keep it down around here." And then Groudon and Kyogre just both go, "Okay." And then the world is saved. And I think that's beautiful. Also, wasn't it such a challenge getting to the top of Rayquaza's tower? That gave me so much trouble when I was a kid. That was probably the birth of my gamer rage, was trying to get up that tower with a goddamn Mach Bike, having to get through all the cracks and not fall to the bottom. If you guys thought that I was going crazy running away from the killer in Angels of Death, Oh man, you should have seen me trying to get up Rayquaza's tower. That was something else. I love Emerald so much. I had a level 100 Blaziken. I had a Jirachi. That was really special to me. And Jirachi actually looked kind of creepy in Emerald, because if you had a Jirachi in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, when you looked at its sprite, its eye on its stomach was open. Like, you know how in most games its eye is closed, but no, its eye is open and it looks sad. Like most games, Jirachi looks really happy and cute and like jovial. Jirachi is one of my favorite Pokemon. Jirachi is my favorite legendary actually, or mythical. I know that there's a difference. Jirachi is my favorite mythical Pokemon. It holds a very special place in my heart. Jirachi Wishmaker is my favorite Pokemon movie, next to Pokemon Forever. But yeah, I had a Jirachi. I remember did anybody else get tricked into believing that if you went to the space station every day for like 100 days, on like the 100th day they would send you to space and you would get to catch a Deoxys? I remember falling for that as a kid, and once I reached day 100, I was so upset that nothing happened. I never made it to Mirage Island either. Quite sad, I never caught my Wynot. Torchic, Blaziken, and Sceptile are in my top 10 Pokemon. Yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, the starters in, I actually think maybe Gen 3 was probably the only Pokemon game where I've like played it enough times where I've started with a different Pokemon each time. Like, I think I have had a playthrough where I've gotten Trico, a playthrough where I got Torchic, and a playthrough where I've got Mudkip. Like, I've had all three. Going to NASA headquarters, wish me luck! I'm going to space to catch a Deoxys. Y'all need anything? Y'all gonna be okay if I leave you alone? Y'all good? Y'all good? I'll be right back. I'm literally just gonna catch a space glitch Pokemon. The Deoxys movie was kind of creepy. That movie was creepy. I remember Jirachi Witchmaker was kind of creepy too. There was a lot of body horror in that. Remember that weird Groudon with all the tentacles? That was freaky. It's a freaky Pokemon movie. But yeah, in that scene where they forced Jirachi to open his eye open, messed me up as a child. But yeah, but then what if you accidentally miscounted and went 99 times? No, they tell you when you go to the space station, and you talk to one guy, he'll be like, we had X many successful launches. So they tell you the number. So you know when it's day 100. So when he was like, we had 100 successful launches, that's when you're like, well, it's day 100. I'm doing it. I might be 10 years old and I don't fit the weight requirement, but I'm going to space. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys know? I'm not tall enough to go to space. I think you have to be 5'2" or higher to go. And you know what's even more tragic? Danny DeVito can't go to space. Isn't that awful? I personally don't want to live in a world where we can't launch Danny DeVito into space. That makes me really sad, personally. My mood has been ruined now that I said that. I'm really sad that Danny DeVito can't go to space. I wish we could go to space together. But yeah, I'm going to space. Y'all want anything? I might not be able to go. With enough money, anybody can go. Exactly. Yeah, maybe if we push a few more $100, then we can get if we push a few more buckarooskies, maybe we can get Danny into space. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, and it's our occasion event. Oh, wait, is this the one where you rank or not rank, it's the one where you say what all your favorite Pokemon are? I did watch some VTubers doing that one the other night, and I thought that one would be fun. I just thought it looked really time consuming. And so I wanted to do something a little simpler, but I actually, Chochosmo, I actually do want to do that one on stream sometime where you can choose your favorite Pokemon of each generation, because I feel like that'll be really fun, and that'll definitely be something that'll ruffle some feathers. The GoFundMe. Danny is almighty. He could just walk up there. Exactly, no. Yeah, we can't tell Danny DeVito that he can't go to space because he's like, no, I do what I want. And then he gets in the spaceship and we're like, okay, you know what, you're right. We tell Danny, you can't go to space. And then he just looks at us and then he picks up a trash can and he throws it and he goes, I'm the trash man. And then he goes to space and we're like, well, That's a fair enough reason for me. But I would really love to do the My Favorite Pokemon chart for another stream. I definitely plan on doing that sometime when I have maybe a little more energy. But we're starting out with something more simpler. But thank you for sending that, because I know that, yeah, there's the link is the CajunAvenger.github, so it's a little hard to find because it doesn't have, like, Pokemon title. But thank you. Yeah, I'd love to do that sometime on stream. I'll probably soon, if everybody enjoyed this one at least. But this is all to say, we're putting Emerald in S. It's a fucking top tier game. If I could rank it higher, I would. And Jacob, thank you. Please get me some moon rocks. Get me some moon cheese. I want to be like Wallace and Gromit, and the only reason I want to go to space is so I can eat the cheese and put it on some crackers. And look at that, we're on to our last one. This is the newest game, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I enjoyed Violet. I think it was probably, after playing Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield and being somewhat disappointed in them, I think well, Arceus was fun, but that's more of a side game. Coming back to Scarlet and Violet, I think I enjoyed those thoroughly more than I enjoyed a Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield. I think it definitely improved upon some of the problems that I had with previous games. I actually really liked the side characters in Scarlet and Violet. I really liked the I already forgot their names, but I like the guy. The guy with the sandwiches. I thoroughly enjoyed his story. I liked the ending. I thought the end game was surprisingly dark. And it took a turn that I wasn't really expecting. Whoops, I dropped my monster booster from my Magnum Dong. Or my Magnum Rocket. And when I'm talking about my rocket, I mean my dong. New mission on new sub goal. We need enough subs so I can pay to get Danny into space. No more full body model. No more new streaming assets. My only streaming goal is to get enough money to launch Danny DeVito into space. That's all. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, it improved upon a lot of the issues that I had with some previous Pokemon games. I liked Nimona, I liked Penny. I thought the Team Star... My only issue with the Team Star storyline was that I really wanted, I wanted it to be more like an infiltration of buildings like it was in like Diamond and Pearl when you face Team Galactic. It's like whenever you need to see them, you need to go into here and battle a lot of people and steal key cards and I don't know, be a little secret agent. But it was more just like, no, you just gotta like passively defeat these 30 Pokemon and then there's a boss and that's it. And I don't know, I wanted something more exciting than that, but I understood they had 2 other storylines they had to take care of. The coolest storyline for me was the big legendary, the one with the giant Pokemon and the sandwiches and Miraidon. I thought that was easily the coolest storyline. I had the most fun with that. I enjoyed the endgame. Definitely gonna play the DLC. But again, I liked it, but I don't think I loved it. I kind of wish I had more friends that I could have played it with. I feel like I didn't really get to play Scarlet and Violet with friends, which made me a little sad. But that's okay. Maybe the next Pokemon game I'll have more friends who are playing it. But maybe if enough people Prime subscribe, Bezos will send Danny up. Exactly. Yeah, no, if I can, maybe if I can fund Jeff Bezos' solid golden toilet statue, maybe he'll send Danny to space. Yeah, I like the design of the Pokemon of this generation too. I liked the Pokemon of this gen. I had quite a few newer Pokemon on my team. I loved little Sprigatito, little baby. I had a lot of cool guys. I'm trying to remember who exactly was on my team. Oh, I loved Mousehold. Mousehold was so cute. They had some really cute designs this gen. And I liked the gym leaders a lot this gen. And it was cool getting to explore how open the world was. I wish the world was a little more exciting. Like, I love that in Gen 3 you had like islands and caves and deserts. But this felt a little more standard, where it was just kind of like grassy land. Here's a seaport. I don't know. Here's more grass. Here's a cave. I don't know. I feel like the environment was a bit more exciting in some older Pokemon games. He sent Shatner. William Shatner from I almost called Star Trek Space Odyssey. God, my brain is not with it today. My goodness. Ground control to Major Lilith. And hello, welcome. The problem is head on empty mode. Yeah, so I mean, I liked Violet. I enjoyed it. I finished the game. I thought it had a cool twist towards the end. I won't spoil for anybody who hasn't played it. So maybe I'll put it. I'm probably gonna give it like a solid B though. And I was saying this the other day when I was playing head on, applying directly to the Bun Bun. Yeah, no, apply head pats to the Bun Bun. Bun Bun needs head pats to sort her brain out. What is a pair of two you can't for dinner, breakfast, or lunch? Can you breakfast? Can you tuna fish? Have you? Sorry, I just had a real. Oh, thank you for the head pat, Fluffy Snowball. I just had a real. Have you ever had a dream moment? Ah, ha 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 ha. Good one. Ha ha ha. Anyway. But yeah, this was it. This was the final Pokemon ranking that we have here. How about that? Do you guys agree with the list I have here? Do you disagree? Did anything ruffle your feathers particularly? Anything make you too angry? I'm not changing anything. I'm actually surprised by how many Pokemon games here that I haven't played. It's mostly sequels in here. Based list, thank you. I'm glad. It seems like everybody actually agrees with me here. I was a little. Oh, thank you for the nose boop. I promise this won't make me sneeze. Achoo! Oh, I promised that one wouldn't make me sneeze, but it did. What about Pokemon Go on mobile? Pokemon Go was not on this list, but where would I put Pokemon Go? You know, Pokemon Go, I liked Pokemon Go for what it was when it came out. That was the closest we ever got to world peace, I think. So I loved Pokemon Go at first. I haven't played it for years. I'm not angry, but I do think Sword and Shield is too low. Oh no! I'm sorry, Fluffy Snowball. I'm glad I didn't make you angry, but no, I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad game by any means. It's just I didn't find it too memorable. I wish there was a little more of a story, and some of the Pokemon just looked a little too whack to me in that game. At least the legendaries did. I feel like that at the very least they could have had cooler legendaries and mythicals in Sword and Shield. The culture was strong. British Pokemon in it. I mean, I don't hate you. Oh, what did I do to piss you off, Mel? Maybe I did ruffle a few feathers. No, I don't want anybody to hate me. I want a happy bunny chat. This is a happy place. This is my happy place. But Sword Puppy and Shield Puppy, I know they're supposed to be dogs. But what about the legendary, what about Suicune, Raikou, and Entei? I know they're technically legendary beasts. They're not supposed to be dogs. But come on. You tell me you don't want... You're telling me you don't want to go up to Entei and boop his snoot. You don't want to boop Entei's snoot. I want to boop Entei's snoot. I know he'll set me ablaze when I do. Blue is S tier, so I'm happy. Okay, I managed to make somebody happy, which is good. So yeah, but I mean they are doggy, so maybe I wanna boop their snoots a tiny bit, just a little bit. The more puppies, the better. Hot Pockets or Totinos? I'm gonna have to give that to Totinos. Totinos were very big in my childhood, so I I had many a lunch that was just Totino's. Even in college, I ate a lot of Totino's pizza rolls. So I'm gonna give it to the Tinos. I do think that the gyms in Sword and Shield were more fun. That is true, that Sword and Shield did kind of change it up in a more exciting way than Sun and Moon did. Like, I like that they were more like, that it was supposed to be a soccer game. Or football. Football. I know it's supposed to be football. But, and I also like the music, the wah, 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 wah. Like, that was cool. And, I don't know, Big Pokemon was fun at first. But yeah, these are my Poke opinions. I thought that I'm glad I didn't make anybody too upset with them. But this is just how I feel. We've got a lot in S tier. I don't hate or really dislike any Pokemon game. I think the worst that I feel about any of them would be mid, probably. I was just messing with you. Everyone has their own taste. I wouldn't like to meet only clones of me. You know what? That's a good. And you can mess with me. I promise. I promise I'll only cry a little bit. But and yeah, no, I like. It's good to meet people who have different video game opinions than you, because I don't know. It's sometimes fun to have like a debate about Pokemon games or just games in general. And hearing other people's perspectives as well, because I don't know, sometimes you can hear another person's perspective on a game and it can give you a new perspective on one, and then maybe a game you didn't like as much you'll end up actually liking. Or it's good to have an open mind. And hey, no, that's not permission to egg me. You can mess with me but not egg. That's the only thing you can't do. That's the second egg you've thrown on my face. I'm bedridden. I can't move my arms. I have a weighted blanket on. I have a weighted blanket. There's also a version of Sword and Shield in Emerald style. Yeah, that wasn't on this list, actually. You're right. Where was that? What about the weird blocky Pokemon game? Was that Pokemon Troze or Pokemon Minecraft? Is there a Pokemon Minecraft? Where's the Pokemon Pinball game for... Pokemon Pinball is an S tier game, actually. And guys, I can't fit every Pokemon game on these tier lists. We'd be here all night if I did every single Pokemon game ever. All right, why don't I go back to just chatting. And also, wait, thank you so much for joining the Bunny Cult. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where's Pokemon Puzzle League, Lilith? I'm sorry. Oh, let me fix my chat here. Let me change the text color back to something a little more readable. There. Make that a little bigger. Okay, that's probably better. Yeah, is Stadium there? Guys, no, there's too many Pokemon games. There's so many. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Ah. This is making me. Wait, 1 second. Let me pull up my... I'm about to do a thing. Give me a minute. Wait. That's how I feel right now reading all these Pokemon games. You guys are naming too many. Guys, please, I'm highly medicated tonight. This is so many. Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Fart Academy, that's not even a real game. Also, Sky Shinobi, thank you so much for the head pat. This is making me a little less dizzy. I realized I need to use my expressions more often. I don't use these enough. I have them. There was one Pokemon game on mobile that wasn't Pokemon Go that I used to be addicted to in college. And it was literally just like a Pokemon, like, match Candy Crush type game. Where it's just like, you know, where you had to get three in a row. Callarse la boca, niños. About Pokemon. Does that mean I don't know much about Pokemon? Is that what that means? That's just what I'm gonna assume. Pokemon Shuffle. That's what it was. Exactly, Jacob. Yeah, thank you. That was Pokemon Shuffle. Yeah, I was really addicted to Pokemon Shuffle in college. That's what I would do with all my free time. I don't know, it had little satisfying noises. When you would match up the Pokemon. There was also Pokemon Troze for the Nintendo DS. That was similar, where you had to match them up. Ah, my bad. Forgive me. I'm definitely not fluent in Spanish. But yeah, no. But Shuffle and Troze, I hit a wall in those games once they got a little too hard. There were some bosses in Troze that were really hard because they would Yeah, no, a lot of VTuber. I don't know. It's just you get all these expressions, but then you forget about them. I don't know. I think I'm already expressive enough with just my face. Wow. But I want to take advantage of them more. I should use my expressions a lot more. I may or may not have more expressions that are coming soon. That's another thing that I had commissioned recently. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah. But yeah, I love Pokemon. Let's see. I need to give my brain a second to collect here. I got worms on the brain, and I got Pokemon on the brain. I've returned from the land of the worms, but the worms are still in my brain. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry it probably wasn't the most exciting stream in the world. But I don't know. Sometimes you're just some days you're not just really in the mood to like play a game. And I also knew that like if I played a game, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to like have all the energy for it or not. And I want to make sure that I'm in my best mood when I'm playing a game. But don't worry, tomorrow we're going to be playing a game. Tomorrow we're going to be going back to Angels of Death. I'm going to have Jen and Jacob on with me again. That's going to be really fun. I mean, I know I'll have Jen. Jacob, do you plan on joining us? Let me know. If you can, I understand. I guess. My imposter syndrome deserves getting egg. No more eggs. I don't want more eggs. No eggs. Why do they call it oven if you in the cold food but out of the hot food? Thank you, John Arbuckle. Aw, thank you. No, it'd be cool if you made it, but we'll be getting back to a spooky game, Angels of Death. I think we're almost done with part 1. But I wanna make Angels of Death actually be like the first game that I really like complete on stream. I mean, I guess I technically completed Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, but I really wanna, I wanna complete like a full-fledged game and not just a visual novel. I wanna beat Angels of Death. I wanna keep going, and I wanna see what happens just because I'm intrigued by the storyline. Gormfield, I gotta have a good meal. I gotta have my lasagna, John. But yeah, I'm glad you guys did seem to, oh, and Pokemon Masters. I tried Pokemon Masters, but I don't know. It wasn't really for me. I have trouble with some, I'm not always great with gacha. I also know that could be a bit of a money pit, and I need to be careful with my money. We all love Garfield here. But yeah, I promise tomorrow will be a fun gaming stream. Today was just very chill. I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the new BGM. Actually, let me put the OG BGM back on. I want to play that again. There we go. Back to Lo-Fi Dreams. Back to streaming from my dreams. I have Red and Charizard, and I don't know if that's rare, but maybe it'll be impressive someday. Yeah, I mean, you hold on to your Pokemon cards or your old Pokemon games as long as you can. You never know if that'll have value in the future. It very well could. I mean, look how much Pokemon cards go for nowadays. Especially old rare ones. It's crazy. Oh, I love this music so much. Yeah, thank you so much to Pharaoh for working with me on this amazing BGM. You'll be hearing it a lot more on stream. I hope it makes all of you guys feel really cozy and comfy and sleepy. I hope you all enjoyed yourself tonight. It seems like everybody did. Thank you for bearing with me. And thank you for being patient with me and waiting. I know it's been a week since I've last streamed, and I really apologize for that. I just, things always seem to be tough with me. But I'm trying my best. And tomorrow I'll be back, and then... Oh, and thank you so much for coming, INF with you. Thank you for coming. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, Critics Critique and Mel and everybody. And I think after tomorrow, I'm really gonna try to like plan out a schedule for the week and like map out days that I know I'll want to stream. And I'll post that on my Twitter. I'll post that on the Discord. And thank you so much for the Hydrate Redeem. Ooh, Ooh, much, much needed. Lilith the person is more important than Lilith the content creator. Oh, Fluffy Snowball, it actually... Oh. That really means the world to me that you said that there. I'm glad you guys care about me as a person. I think it's so important for all of us to just really care about each other's humanity, you know? I think it would make the world a much better place if everybody just cared a little more about each other's humanity. So I'm glad to know you guys care about my humanity so much. And I am gonna get better. I think, again, I had something, a procedure that my body just had to readjust to. But I think it's readjusting quite nicely, and well, no, it didn't quite nicely. But well, now that it's more readjusted, I think I'll be okay. And I mean, and I wasn't totally gone last week. I was on Crystal's stream. I did appear somewhere on Twitch, and that was really fucking fun. You guys got to see me be quite a gremlin there, and I'll be there plenty more. I'll be getting Crystal on here sometime. Yeah, Mexico is good and you'll be on stream? Mexico is good. I'm happy to have all international viewers on here. Hello from the States. Welcome, welcome. You know, it's cool to know when people from other countries are watching. But yeah, so thank you so much everybody for being here, for joining, for relaxing. I hope you guys all have a really good night. Yeah, and anybody who didn't catch Crystal's stream of our Weeb Watch, we played a game called AI or Isekai that Jacob made a bunch of AI-generated isekai titles, and we had to figure out if it was a real isekai or a fake one, and if we got it wrong, we had to spin a punishment wheel. Unfortunately, I cannot translate that, but I'm sorry to say, I do have a rule of English only in chat. I apologize. Mostly just because I don't know Spanish or other languages, so I'd like to be able to keep it in a way I understand. So, but if that's okay. But yeah, no, Jacob did, and that's okay. But yeah, but Jacob did make it, he did not make it easy for us. And no, it's okay, don't worry about it. But, Jacob did not make it easy for us. And those punishments, I did well with them, and I think they could be much harder next time. But I am the punishment queen. And if I'm not gonna win games, at least I can win the punishment game. That does not sound right. Not that kind of VTuber. But anyway, before I just spew out more word vomit here, let me thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Josue2. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Fluffy Snowball. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Craig's Critique. Thank you, INF with you. Thank you. Let me scroll up a bit. Thank you, Chosmo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Buckaroo Holiday. I think I said Fluffy Snowball already. I'm pretty sure I did. Again. But also, thank you again. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me here tonight. Thank you to everybody who followed. Thank you to everybody who resubbed. That's really sweet. It makes me happy to know that you like me enough to want to stick around. Keep joining. Keep using the cute, adorable emotes. There's plenty more coming along the way. And, yeah. How about I end off here now that we've... Wow, I still managed to make it to 3 hours, though. Here I was saying that it was going to be a short stream, but I made it to 3 hours. And yes, give me all the emote love in here. Yay, this makes me happy. So... Let's see if there's anybody available for raid tonight. Anybody streaming? Oh, thank you so much for the 100 Fluffy Snowball. Thank you, bye-bye. And it doesn't look like anybody I follow that's, any small VTubers I follow are streaming right now. So, I'll probably just end it the regular way. Maybe we'll find somebody to raid next time. But yes, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you like the BGM. I'm glad you like my Pokemon opinions. I'm sorry for anybody that I upset tonight with my Pokemon opinions. And oh, and of course, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Because you guys stick around, it makes me much happier to keep streaming. So thank you all. I hope you all have the most peaceful, lovely night. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.